YouTube, hello, hi. Phoenix, this guy, I just noticed his fucking bow tie. If that cravat, whatever that is, it is huge. It's almost as big as his nose. Alright. Approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date changed. I think I need to press all these. Like, we got this testimony. Good to press these. Just refresh what's going on. Ahem. So, that would be 1 o'clock in the morning on the 12th, correct? That is an impressive deduction, Sir Lawyer. You were on security duty that night. Where exactly were you at the time? A penetrating question. Alright, calm down. I was in the basement warehouse near the computer. Near the computer, huh? So then you weren't trying to remain hidden, I take it. Up to this point, I have tried to remain concealed when waiting for the thief. Yeah, he said the same thing yesterday, too. So what changed today? Or last night, I guess, or whenever this was. Ahem. Gumshoe also said that they've never spotted the thief at the crime scenes before. Well, why would he linger? Precisely. That is precisely why I chose not to hide last night. I knew that by not concealing myself, I would be putting pressure on the thief. Okay, I guess. Making your presence known might cause him to slip up, maybe? I don't know. Looks like the thief was only one applying pressure. On your pigeony head, that is. Pigeony? I mean, his haircut's stupid, but pigeony. In any case. Or is he just calling him pigeon-headed in general? Kinda. Wife of mine. I just happened to look over at the little avatars. Are you playing as a broken pot on purpose? Is that really what you're doing to me right now? Is that where we're fucking at in this relationship? That's what you're gonna show up dressed as? Really? Alright, I see how it is. That's when my nemesis, the infamous Mask Damask, dancingly descended upon me. Dancingly descended? From where exactly? Well, from the entrance, I suppose. Where else? Well, okay. So in actuality, he neither danced nor descended. Someone please save me. So how is it you didn't notice the thief? My eyes were looking at the thief's shadow while my ears listened for his footfalls. So, would you like to answer the question? How did you not notice him? But even so, the dastardly criminal managed to sneak up on me. Oh yeah, I mean, just fucking... Look at that outfit. How could you see that coming from a mile away? It'd be impossible. Completely impossible. It could only be due to his subtly camouflaged cape and soft-soled shoes. I hereby W Ace Dunce. Fucking got him. Hard D, too. Just as I begin to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. He looks like Spamton. I don't know who Spamton is. You didn't see the criminal's face when that happened? Well, that's the difficult part. How should I put it? When I saw his mask, that's all I can recall. Deltarune? Oh, I have not played Deltarune. I refuse to play that until all the episodes are out. And then I'll play Deltarune. I'll play it on stream even. But yeah, Deltarune's one that I'm not going to bother with until it's actually done and out. That's not very solid as far as testimony goes. However... Fortunately, I had my third monocle. What's your second? The security camera at the ready. I captured this image perfectly. This should be sufficient, I believe. Well, as long as the photo is authentic, I don't see... Didn't we talk about this? The brooch isn't there. You fuck. It was me. God damn it. Stop blaming me for everything. I can blame more than Maya at this point. All because Penguin's up there on the prosecutor's bench going, ooh, look at these broken vases. You rearrange the shapes and they spell out token. And I'm just like, I was at home, minding my business. Well, Mr. Godot, do you have a problem with this photo? Alright, his voice. Deep and mysterious. Good, then let's continue with the testimony. Alright. I guess he shook his head at least. Darkness swallowed me before I could get a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. No, it wasn't. Attacked and knocked unconscious, and you weren't able to do a thing? That's certainly some very impressive detective work. Humph. Well, c'est loyal. Have you ever been suddenly struck on the head? Yes. Huh? Well, actually, yes. By a fire extinguisher. And what happened? I was knocked out. And you lost your memory, too. Wow, they're referencing that case. You see, you have no right to look down on me then, do you? The only reason I didn't lose my memory was because I have more brains to begin with. I'm a lawyer. You're like a trained detective, I assume, with some self-defense? He may have brain cells, but the wiring to self-reflection part seems to be severed. In any case, that was how I was knocked senseless. And then... 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. A 70-stream streak? That's a lot of streams, Jeppo. Thank you. Oh, I forgot to press that last one, which is a shame because it was the one that was right there being like, oh, well, now you gotta... Fuck! Gotta go through Maya and Phoenix chatting shit about the problem here. Alright, 30 minutes later, called the police. About this 30 minutes. My silver cord was loosened and my soul fled to the golden halls of Elysium. What the fuck are you talking about? As usual, I have no idea what this guy is saying. Yeah, Judge, what the fuck? Can he say that again, but like in English? I think he was saying he was out cold. So, what happened during those 30 minutes? Elysium halls? Fledglings? No one can say, Your Honor. That span of time has truly vanished into the ether. Just what is he going on about? There's something suspicious about him. How could he not have noticed when the thief came in? Also, he says he was knocked unconscious before he could fight back, but that can't be right, it contradicts the evidence. What piece? Does it? Alright, let's see. Obviously, it's the badge! Can't be that, it's never that. Or at least it's usually not that, it might have been that at some point. A poster, Maya in the fucking corner looking all cheeky. Golden statue, move the night of the crime. That doesn't contradict anything. He could have moved that after he got knocked out. One of the treasures, supposedly priceless, no monetary value. Sent before the heist, it's top secret. Warehouse camera went off around 1. Ah, wait a minute. It's approximately 1 in the morning. It's my nemesis. And coward. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. 30 minutes later, I used the emergency phone to notify the police. 1 a.m. the night of the crime. I mean, that's... I don't think that's incorrect, because he said he got knocked out at 1 a.m. and then he just walked in. What'd you miss? Ah, nothing. We're just going through testimony at this point. Damas knocked me out during the crime with a blow to the back of the head. Yeah. Photo of the storm, taken the night of the crime. Ah, that's... Oh, no, that's still 1 a.m. Well, barely 1 a.m. Maybe the fucking shit next to him, because that... There's a bunch of, like, paint or whatever. Which means it would have been moved before he went in. I don't know. I don't know if the 1 a.m. thing is, like, worth pressing, because he says it was about 1 a.m. The thing says, oh, photo went off at 1 a.m. roughly. That's 12:58 a.m., which is basically 1 a.m. Crimey McVase Breakerson. Nathan, fucking where did you come up with this? Holy shit, you got me. God damn, spend all night thinking of that, you fuck. Blackmail letter, that's irrelevant. Ron's wallet. Oh! That could be... He dropped it. Oh, well, that just means it was found at 1 a.m. He could have lost that at any time. Shot of mask to mask in a striking pose. Found in the shadow of Amy Faye's statue. Looks like it was torn off some clothing. I don't know what this could be. What contradicts the evidence here, or his testimony? Darkness swallowed me. Before I could land a single strike, when I woke, he was gone. Coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. So my nemesis, the infamous mask to mask, descended upon me. It's approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date changed. What day was the, hold on. What day was the crime? Does it say in the photo? No, it doesn't. Okay. Huh. That's when my nemesis, the infamous Master Dancely, descended. It began to turn. The coward struck a fierce blow upon my head. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. 3 minutes later, I used the emergency phone to notify the police. I have no idea where the contradiction is in this. It might be... Again, the 1 a.m. thing is just so annoying because they're like, approximately, about, the date change, and everything is like, around 1 a.m. And this is like midnight, just after, sorry, it's 58, so 2 minutes to 1 a.m. Move the night of the crime. That could have been moved... I don't know if this is relevant, because in the photo, it's already moved, but he easily could have knocked him out, moved it, and then gone in and gotten it with the fucking photo or whatever. I don't know why he would have moved it, but that's not really a contradiction at that point. I don't think a minute with a change is going to be a thing. Break the camel's back on the... Yeah, no. I have no idea. The only thing I can think is that the statue and, like, how it was moved, but I don't know where the hell I would even bring that up. It's ascended, just after the date changed. Coward struck a fierce blow on my noble head. What's the, This is what he hit him with, right? Blow to the back of the head. Yeah. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike, and when I woke, he was gone. I have no idea. What's the one where he's like, about this photo. What happened with the criminal? Mask. Security camera. Yep, there it is. Capture this. This should be sufficient. Is the thing that we proved this... Or no, because we're like, oh, he's missing his brooch. And then fucking Godot was like, I conveniently have it right here. And it's like, well, that's good enough for me. Clearly that proves Rondelight did it. I have a problem with the photo. Yeah, he shakes his head. They're drawing attention to this photo. Let's continue. Fuck me. Move the night of the crime. No value. I'll be coming to purloin the most priceless work. Treasure of Karain. Take good care of the speckled urn. Yours truly, Mask to Mask. No? Camera data. Went off once at 1 a.m. the night of the crime. It's so weird it only went off once. Like, shouldn't it be twice? Arriving and leaving? Like, that's clearly him leaving. He's got the package and he's walking out. No photo of him walking in. I guess maybe... I guess the problem might be that, like, he's leaving with it at 1 a.m.? Shouldn't he be, like, arriving at 1 a.m. if they... Well, he knocked him out. That's so flimsy, though. I hate this around and about bullshit they keep spouting with the time. But the time wouldn't be there unless it was important. And I mean, there is his wallet, but that was just found at KB Security. He could have lost it there during, you know, the 5 a.m. a week ago. 5 a.m. 5 p.m. a week ago, for all intents and purposes. I got nothing for this. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I woke, he was gone. 3 minutes later, I used the emergency phone to notify the police. When I woke, he was gone. Begin to turn. Approximately just after the date changed. Descended upon me. What the fuck? I got nothing. I completely have no idea what they want me to press or fucking accuse or say, hey, this is an issue. It might be because I took a guide. Yeah, I'm absolutely going to a guide. It might be because I have absolutely no... Well, I haven't played this for about a week, but I got fuck all. There's nothing here that is making me go, ah, yes, obviously. Detention Center, at me, hideout, the trial, witness testimony, what I witnessed, see. So, the problem is that the brooch was ripped off. If he didn't strike a single blow, how'd the brooch get ripped off, is the idea. Which, I never would have gotten that. It makes sense. It makes sense, but I never would have gotten there. My head was completely... I was down the wrong fucking path the entire time there. Mr. Atme, could you take a look at this with that special monocle of yours? Aha! This belongs to the criminal mastermind, my arch nemesis, Mask Damask. It is, in point of fact, Mask Damask's brooch. It was found on the floor of the basement warehouse. I wonder how that happened. Someone probably saw it. Elementary, my dear lawyer. Obviously, it wasn't glued on well enough. I don't think you do that with a brooch. Not quite. It clearly shows signs of having been ripped off a piece of clothing. Ripped off? Aha! Guilty! He ripped you off! We can only deduce that the thief struggled with someone that night. That's the only thing I can think of. And there's only one person that was in a position to have a struggle with the thief. The only person who was on security duty that night. You, Detective Atme! Ah! Detective Atme, you must have fought with a thief that night. So why did you lie in your testimony to the court? Witness! Giving false testimony is a serious crime that I've never punished anyone for ever. Alright, no, wait a moment, Sir Old-Timer. Don't talk to me like I'm living in a nursing home. I just remembered you're on there. I was just confused because I've been dealing with so many cases lately. The true measure of a man is the amount of work he does. That's what I always say. You've never had a court case before this one. What the fuck do you mean? Nick, you can only handle one case at a time. Isn't that right? I'm one man! You talk too much. Witness! So are you now saying that you and the thief fought? Hold on. That's quite enough, Your Honor. Excuse me? Who is sliding these coffees to him? Save the big questions for the testimony. That's one of my rules. Indeed, I understand. Look at me, agree completely. Yeah, give me some testimony. He could have easily said, he bonked him on the head, and like as he was going down, he reached up, like grabbed at him a bit. Indeed, it is true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment. However, look at me cannot be so easily discombobulated. Great word, discombobulated. Unfortunately, chat, I like to stay combobulated. I hate when I get discombobulated. Unfortunately, the thief grabbed a weapon from the side and rendered me senseless. Grabbed a weapon from the side. A true gentleman fights only with his fists, but they were not enough. His first blow struck true. Bam! And that's all she wrote. So in the end, you did catch a glimpse of Mask to Mask. Correct. It was during his third crime that he struck me from behind. Third crime. It seems that my memory has become a tad jumbled, so to speak. Oh, I see. Well, that's certainly understandable. I myself always get confused about which testimony goes with which case. Judge, you have definitely killed people. That can't be good. Aren't you only focusing on one case at a time, Judge? They're all pretty resolved in the end. I guess if he, had one earlier today, or like, we come back tomorrow, we could do one in between. It's indeed, it's true, I looked away from the door for a brief moment. So, why'd you look away from the door anyway? In addition to the camera, I had prepared a variety of other sensors as well. The alarm on one of those had gone off, so I had to check the data. That's why I went to the computer, elegantly, of course. So you were momentarily vulnerable when you were working on the computer. What should I do? Should I ask more questions? Tell me about the sensor. What kind of sensors are you talking about? There are other places in the basements that one could enter and exit from. There are air conditioner ducts, sewer pipes, a cat door as well. Why is a cat door there? I hooked up heat-detecting infrared and ultraviolet sensors to each of them. That's a lot of hardware. Was it all yours? Lord Detail Department Store is kind enough to provide the monitoring hardware. Naturally, the security camera that took the photo belongs to them as well. In other words, he couldn't have rigged the equipment, huh? Has that cleared up any doubts you had about me, Sir Lawyer? Well, tell me about the computer next. What's so special about this computer? Looking at porn on the job? Little bit of a break, as it were. So, did the computer belong to Lordly Taylor as well? Correct. Well, except for the programs that manages the data. They gave you all the equipment, but they didn't have a way to run it. That was specially designed by me. Look at me. In that case, he could have easily manipulated the data. What's wrong, Sir Lawyer? Interesting. Looking at me can be so easily discombobulated. What does that mean? Discombobulated? Phoenix. Young people these days, they really irritate me with their TikToks and their hula hoops and their TVs and their artificial inseminations and their cowboys and their rights and desire to live a comfortable life. They are perfectly good old words to die until everyone forgets what they mean. Sorry, what exactly does it mean anyway? Now I've forgotten. What was I saying? Jeez! It's better than old people who forget what they were saying 5 seconds ago. Well, it looks like we've cleared that up. You can go on with your testimony. I'm so glad they explained it to us. Oh, dear. What do you mean by weapon from the side? Naturally, that thief had no idea that I look at me was hiding in the area. Well, you weren't, you were at a computer. He grabs the sword from the statues that was standing by the door to the warehouse. Sword? You mean the sword that was all twisted around like a tree branch? Correct. Fortunately for me, the blade was not sharp. Okay, so he is talking about the shishita. So the thief armed himself with a sword. And what about yourself, witness? True gentleman fights only with his fists, but they were not enough. You had that much faith in your own fighting abilities? Whoops. But of course, in college I was second in charge of boxing club. I'm sorry if I failed to find that appropriately impressive. However, my opponent in the ring this time was my arch nemesis, Mask the Mask. This guy's a real piece of work. I mean, second in boxing club might be impressive. I don't know how many people were in there. Can you tell us a little bit more about what happened? My opponent was both powerful and vicious. You might say he was powericious. This fucking guy's testimony is driving me insane. Powericious? I assumed the at me fighting stance. The AFS. But a sudden flash of light blinded me. That, of course, was checkmate. My opponent had bested me. What do I do now? Should I ask him more about this? Yeah, you were blinded. So what was this flash of light that blinded you? I was bathed in a golden light that seemed to come from the statue of the woman. The statue of Amy Faye, I'm guessing. Well, that wasn't very much help at all. You know how many people are in the boxing club? The skill might be impressive. Yeah, exactly. If there were 2 people in the boxing club, being second isn't very impressive. 200? That's pretty good. What do you think, Nick? Well, there's only one thing I'm absolutely sure of. Yeah? What's that? This Luke Atney guy, he's definitely hiding something. But why? I think I'm starting to figure out what really happened that night. And about the true nature of this detective. Alright, let's ask about the what is it? Not the blinding. The fighting style. Can you tell us a little bit more about what happened? My opponent was both powerful and vicious. You might say it was... this again. Yeah. Powericious. The at-me fighting style. What is this at-me fighting style? I'm sorry, but that's a trade secret. I really can't say anymore. But, I suppose I can tell you if I absolutely must. Yeah, please do. The main thing is to put your back to the wall. That way no one can get behind you. That's not... That's hardly unique. That's a pretty common fighting style in, like, a bar fight. That's it? That's the at-me fighting style? Well, Mr. Wright, what about that testimony? It was important, actually, because he was hit on the back of the head. Mr. I've got my back to the wall? Of course it was important. We've learned a detective's secret technique, after all. Yes, indeed. I'll remember to use it if I ever take a walk alone at night. Many walls in the park, you know. Why the heck is he eyeballing me like that? He thinks Phoenix is gonna jump him? Why? Why is the judge so convinced Phoenix hates him and wants to destroy him? Did that in the second game as well when we were talking to Killer. It's like, you're going to kill me! Oh no! It's fucking judge. You ask about the at-me fighting style? I did! What do you mean? You gotta ask about everything. Going to add that secret information to official testimony. Anyway, put him back to the wall, landed upon my third eye. What the fuck are you talking about? Where is this third eye you're talking about? My butthole. It's right between my right and left eyebrows. It's quite invisible to the unenlightened. You may call it the forehead if you like. Why didn't you just say that in the first place? Sir Lawyer, it looks like the creases in your own forehead are getting deeper. So Mr. Atme got hit on the forehead. That's what he's saying. I got a fun feeling about that. Actually, so do I. Well, what do you think, Nick? Alright, yeah. It's hiding something. Obvious contradiction here. I'm guessing this, because it says back to the head. Yeah. Detective Atme! Your testimony is crumbling like a house of cards. What fun this is, Sir Lawyer. It is truly a pleasure to cross swords with you. Alright. And now, once again, you have thrown down the gauntlet at my armored feet. I believe this is what you said yesterday. No, the coward must have wormed his way through somewhere. Your Honor, this is what he said yesterday. I'm telling you this. I was alone with him. This is definitely what he said. Take my word for it. Coward must have wormed his way... Coward must have wormed his way in through somewhere besides the door. Then my arch nemesis struck me on the head from behind with a gruesome item here. From behind? But just now you testified he struck you on the forehead. I hardly think you could forget where you were hit on the head. It seems I've made another mistake. Detective Atme, that's not the only strange part of your testimony. What do you mean by that? For example, the very oh shit, I don't have I do have a paper, hold on. What is this anyway? Oh, this is my, my mortgage settlement for my taxes. I might not want to use that for a prop. This is, what is this? Oh, that's more bank statements for my taxes. I gotta get down my taxes, apparently, at some point. Guess I'm not doing prop work this time. Can't we have a regular dude as a witness? I mean, Gumshoe's up there. On occasion. The very fact that you hid the calling card from the police itself is strange. It's almost as if you were afraid they were going to help with security. Geniuses such as myself have always been misunderstood. How sad. That's wrong! Objection. Don't accidentally dox yourself. Yeah, that would be unfortunate. To err is human, to forgive divine. Humans aren't machines. They have souls, feelings. They live, they die, they love, they hate. And yes, they even make mistakes. Hey, hold on! It's not as pretty as that. Kind of a weak slam for that coffee. Work on the fucking sound effects guy, get it together. Really, what is it like then? Always chase a riddle down to the end. That's one of my rules. This is it. This might just be my chance to turn things around. Gumshoe ain't normal. He's practically Scooby-Doo in a trench coat. All right, but compared to the weirdos and freaks we get up here, he's just a guy trying to get by. He's, you know, he's a bit of a klutz, maybe, you know, clodding along, but, you know, he means well, and comparatively, he's just a guy trying to get by. Mr. Wright, what exactly is it that you are asserting? Very well, Your Honor. The defense asserts that, Mr. Atmey's no ace detective. Atmey is a fake. This Mr. Atmey is a fake. Mr. Atmey is mask to mask. You're a fucking imposter! You son of a bitch. This witness isn't Luke Atmey. He's a fake. So now it's not just mask de mask. You're saying I'm a fake too. An ace detective could never be as forgetful as this guy. Imposters like you are often suspicious of others as well. Really, this is too much. Next you'll be calling me a fake too. No. Mr. Wright, what are you asserting? He's no ace detective. I want that on the record. The truth is, this witness is no ace detective at all. I mean, obviously he's mask to mask, but I want the funny ones. So then, what exactly are you saying I am? Well, an average detective. I hardly see the relevance of that. What are you doing? Weren't you gonna go on the attack? I was planning on it, but it looks like I'm the one who got attacked instead. Think harder next time. No, my meter, it's so precious to me. What are you asserting? Obviously, he is mask to mask. The answer is simple. It's all clear to me now. Detective Luke Atmey's true identity is actually mask to mask. Yeah, oh, Schwarzenegger. The Phoenix Wright music. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? There are too many unnatural parts of Mr. Atmey's story. He says he was hiding at the crime scene, which is why no one ever saw him there. And then in his last case, he managed to outperform Detective Gumshoe and the entire police force to miraculously retrieve the stolen treasure. That's because I analyzed the crime scene data and made it exquisitely elegant deduction. I picked up clues that the police overlooked in order to arrive at the... Oh, please. The explanation is far simpler than that, Detective Atmey. The truth is that you are, in fact, mask to mask. But Mr. Wright, this photo it clearly shows mask to mask. Atmey's nose is much too big to fit in that. I mean, just look at him. This is security camera belongs to the Lordly Taylor department store. He shouldn't have been able to manipulate it. He didn't need to manipulate it. He gained access to the warehouse under the pretense of providing security. Then he simply dressed up as a thief and stole the urn. So the ace detective is actually an ace thief? Is this true, witness? Aha! Mask to mask demo is pure genius, and so am I. Look at me, ace detective. You're very clever to have come to such a conclusion. I'm impressed. Oh, is she admitting it? What? Witness, you're admitting it. Nick, now's your chance. No, I think we got him. Yes, time to put the last nail in this guy's coffin. I think we got him. I don't think there's... Objection. Oh dear. Ow! Come on, man. Why? Godot blend number 102, my personal favorite. Phoenix, wipe yourself off. Mr. Godot! The ace detective is actually an ace thief. I smell a best-selling novel. There's only one problem. It simply isn't true. But Mr. Godot, Mr. Wright has made some very strong points. And look at me, literally just said, yeah, pretty much. So, I will admit my opponent has woven a compelling narrative out of whole cloth. But it is, in fact, nothing more than a patchwork quilt, Mr. Trite. Wow, you fucking take lessons from Nathan for coming up with that put down. If this detective really is the thief, then show us the proof you claim. Phoenix! At least take the mug off your head. How is it staying up there, my guy? It had better be as hot and perfect as the coffee dripping down your face. Well then, Mr. Wright, don't just stand there. This court would like to see this decisive proof you have. I didn't claim to have it! Quickly! Huh? Oh, yes, of course. What's the big rush? Are you alright, Nick? Atme looks pretty rattled right now. I'd like to finish this off right now if I can. But can I really do it? The decisive evidence that proves Mr. Luke Atme is in fact mask to mask. I don't think I have anything decisive. Blackmail. Photo. Warehouse. The only thing I could think is maybe the calling card. Poster. It might not be found yet. Proof? Of course I've got nothing. Ha. Just what I thought. Yeah, I don't know. Miss anything? Turns out the fucking Luke Atme is mask to mask. A man has to hold his head up high no matter how bad things get, after all. Cat hid under my bed and we got worried. Ah, been there. I see. I thought perhaps you had some evidence to back up your assertion. This is no good. I've got to stay on the attack. I'll never get another chance to prove that this guy is the thief. I'll give up, think harder, and try again. Okay. I'm just not ready. But are you going to just give up and let us lose this? So you've come to your senses, have you, sir lawyer? I can't think of a counterattack at all. It seems the cloud of suspicion surrounding this witness is lifted. Mr. Godot, if you have anything further to add... What? Who? Oh. It's, Desiree, right? I want to say. Desi. Who are you? She fucking shoved Luke Atme out of the way and ran in. That doesn't really matter right now, does it? Mr. Light, what are you doing here? Nicky boy! The thing you've been looking for. I think I found it. You mean that bag? No, not the bag. What's in the bag? Hey, it's the urn vase I've never broken in my life. Never in my life. Ever. Well, that's the sacred urn. And it's spelled correctly, finally. Nick, it's the urn. Damn. She's good from every angle. Order! You, madam! That urn! Where did you find it? You'll never believe it. It was in the office of Mr. Fancy Pants Ace Detective, Luke Atme. Desi, you're the best! Sacred urn updated in the court record. Has pink splotches all over it. Found in Luke Atme's office. Well, I'm sure the wife of the accused showing up with the evidence and claiming it was found in the office of the man we just accused isn't suspicious at all. So, yeah, great. Very convenient. Well, how do you explain that one, Mr. Atme? He could just be like, it wasn't there. She's married to Ron Delight. Obviously, she got it from her place and is just trying to protect him. Very easy to get out of this one. Even you're going to have a hard time weaseling your way out of this one? Well, he wouldn't if he thought about it for 1 second. Objection. Ha. Pathetic. Oh, is Mr. Godot here actually going to hit us with some logic? Do you have something you wish to say? Yes, Your Honor. It simply amazes me how quickly times change. In the old days, a man was to be taken at his word. It's truly sad. You're still denying that Mr. Atme was involved? Before casting aspersions at Detective Atme, consider the young lady here. This is no-brainer to weasel out of, yeah. Oh yeah, okay, Godot's pointing out the incredibly obvious. I'm glad even the game is like, that's a little bit convenient to everyone believing her. Your name is Desiree. Desiree Delight, is that correct? Yes, what about it? Thanks for the coffee. It's Ron. Somehow Ron Delight has been fucking shanghaied into slinging coffee down the fucking table for him. How charming. The lengths a woman is go to save her husband is truly inspiring. Babe, would you commit perjury to save me? Would you still love me if you had to commit perjury? What are you insinuating? As the wife of the criminal, you could have discovered that urn anywhere. Including the office of the good detective here. He's not wrong. So you found the urn. What does that prove? It certainly doesn't prove where the urn was before you found it. What? I just brought it here from the detective's office. Wow. The silence from my wife is really loud. Please, madam, this town is already filled to the brim with lies. Any more could only compound the tragedy we have been witness to. You're wrong! I would never do such a thing. Gumshoe was roped into handing him coffee. Wouldn't be the first time. Yeah, true. Mr. Light. Please, Nicky boy, you've got to help me talk some sense into these people. There must be some way. I've got to prove that urn was actually an Atmy's detective agency. Testify about what I saw. Show fingerprints on the urn. I can't prove anything yet. Well, I mean, I'm the defense lawyer. I don't think that's gonna help. Fingerprints on the urn? Yeah, sure. Why not? It's an option. Also just got scratched twice. A cat's still young. Yeah, cats will do that. Yeah, gotta be prints on that urn, right? I can prove where the urn was by the fingerprints on it. Fingerprints, eh? At me. Oh, come now. Now you're really making me laugh, sir lawyer. Fingerprints indeed. May I go on? Good. Nah, it would be perfectly understandable if my fingerprints were on the urn. After all, it was I who was guarding the urn in the first place. Oh. Does that mean you handled it a lot, or? In any case, I am always in the habit of wearing gloves, as you see. Oh, yeah. Right. And eventually 2 scabs. So, unfortunately, my fingerprints won't be evidence of anything. What about it, Mr. Wright? This witness's fingerprints would mean nothing anyway. Nick, what are you gonna do now? I've come too far to back out now. Atmy must have brought the urn back to his office yesterday. And there, I'm sure someone must have left their fingerprints on it. Didn't I reach into the bag and grab it? Only for him to come in and be like, oh, what the fuck you doing? Hello? Kind of my personal thing. Fence supposes the fingerprints of this person should be on the urn. Larry Butts! You son of a bitch, stealing the urn again. Probably, I don't know. It'd be me. So what is all this fuss about fingerprints anyway? Mr. Atmy, do you recall the events of yesterday? Yeah, come on, open it up. Hey, wait a minute. We can't just open up his private property. It was such a fuddy-duddy. Come on, let's commit some fraud. Well, what's in there? Hey, Balo, what's up? Hold on a sec, I'm taking it out now. Whatever, it feels like it's hard and smooth. Well, hello there. It's true that I didn't get a chance to look in the bag at the time. Who opens a bag and, like, puts their arm in and doesn't, like, look in it first? Like, come on, dude. But I did touch what was inside. What? You touched it? And I remember it very well. It was smooth and hard. He's talking about a vase. I don't want to hear it. It's a vase. Chat, get your mind out of the gutter. It's the vase. Well, that was just... that was my dildos, you see. Alright, I'm the one who went there. I'd like court to examine the fingerprints on that urn. If my fingerprints are on there, then it proves the urn was in Detective Atmy's office. Objection. Judge. Also, your fingerprints are on it, Mr. Wright. Clearly you stole it then. Guilty. God damn it. Fingerprints wound up in there when I broke it. Ah, but you're forgetting, Nathan. I didn't break the fucking urn. Ah. Even if your fingerprints are on the urn, that still doesn't prove when they were put there, does it? Of course it does. What did you say? It's not what I said, but what Miss Andrews, the person in charge of the exhibit, said. I polished it until it's just about glowing. I thought maybe I could make it look more valuable. If she polished it that much, she must have removed any and all fingerprints on it. And the only chance I had to get my fingerprints on it after that was... yesterday, Detective Atmy's agency! Ha! This blend, Godot blend number 107. I've decided it's a little too bitter after all. Get fucked, guy who's never won a case. Order, order! I accept the defense's request. Bailiff, take this urn and... Wait a moment, Your Honor. There's no need for that. No need, you say? Precisely. I already know Mr. Wright's fingerprints are on the urn. What are you saying? Yes, I've finally broken him down. There he goes again. Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown. This guy is nuttier than a fruitcake. You see, it was me all along. I am the one and only Mask Damask. It's a cracked out face you got there, Luke. Haha, I hope you all enjoyed my little performance. Your Honor, what the fuck? I got like all this evidence I haven't used yet. I got a wallet and shit. Larry Butts hasn't come up again. What are we doing? Well, Mr. Godot, what's Atme's condition? Like, fucking, what am I supposed to do with the security card and all that jazz? This blackmail letter, what are we doing, Your Honor? The case isn't over yet, right? Godot's drinking way too much coffee. It can't be healthy. No, that man must pee like a racehorse every time he's not on camera. Caffeine goes right through him. He's still in the lobby, laughing insanely, Your Honor. I wish I could enjoy the joke as much as he seems to. Well, it looks like the matter has been settled. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of thief! Nick, you were right after all. Yeah, I guess Mr. Delight really wasn't the thief. This court finds the defendant Mr. Ron Delight. God. Those hips on him. You're wrong! Wrong, I tell you! I mean, not exactly wrong so much, but not exactly right is what I was really trying to say. Oh no, he's not. This can't be happening. The thief, the sneaky, odious thief who's been stealing all the treasures. It's me! I'm him! I'm the one you want. I'm the thief, I tell you! So do it! Pronounce me guilty, please! I don't know what kind of kangaroo court you all think this is, but... Trinity, the thief has already been proven! Hurry and pass, Jet. What are you talking about? I already confessed. I'm the thief, I tell you. Why would fruitcakes be nutty? Yeah, it should be fruitier than a fruitcake, or nuttier than a nut cake. Go with peanut butter, squirrel shit. Okay. Yeah, in the teen-rated Capcom game, Maya's gonna say he's nuttier than squirrel shit. Yeah, real sick burn on Godot there. That's definitely likely. Don't you love it when your client decides to start self-sabotaging? I mean, it doesn't seem like it's working. Mr. Godot, don't just stand there drinking coffee. Ha. Hey there, Mr. Thief. Yes! Yes, sir? If you're really a man, then clean up your own mess. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I just don't have any idea what you mean. If you are Mask Damask, then prove it. That's what that means. Yes, sir. I'll be happy to. He says he'll be happy to, Nick. It's kind of cute. He's 100% committed to his fantasy. Good boy. Just remember one thing. A boy only gets one chance in his life to become a man. I know that! I won't fail, I swear. Okay then, talk. We're all listening. Oh well, let's all have a listen to this confession. Well, this is a first, I guess. Truth is, I've been Mask Damask all along. I mean, you can't prove I'm not Mask Damask, can you? I don't have an alibi for the night the urn was stolen, after all. I donned my costume that night and dancingly descended upon the scene of the crime. Look, you can see right here in this photo. That's me. As for my brooch, I snagged it on the door handle and it got torn off, that's all. I don't like the direction this trial is taken. But this is how every trial goes, at least with me anyway. This is why I can only do one case at a time. Shit like this happens. Ah, you're doing great. Stop it, Mr. Godot. You're embarrassing me. Wow. All right. Ron, cool it. Cool your jets. Desi's right there. Like I said, you're only going to get one chance to testify, all right? But if you make it through this with flying colors, I'll keep my promise. Oh, shit. All right, never mind. I'll make sure you stay locked up in prison as the one and only true Mask to Mask. Thank you so much, Mr. Godot. I love you. All right, Mr. What? I'm afraid it's time for the cross-examination. You just proved you weren't Mask to Mask by proving a different dude was. And he's admitting to it. I've been Mask to Mask all along. All right. Press everything. You may think you're the real Mask to Mask, but your wife thinks you're delusional. I haven't told Desi yet about my true identity, I mean. Believe me, I got my reasons. With the way your room is decked out, how could she not know about it? Even thieves have complicated family situations, I suppose. What should I do? It sounds like we're about to get sidetracked. Again. So why are you withholding the truth from your wife? Well, first of all, I don't think she'd believe me anyway. And second, if there's one thing that Desi absolutely detests, it's criminals. If that's the case, then why did you ever start thieving to begin with? Well, Desi is crazy about shopping. She's a real shopaholic. But she's the love of my life, Your Honor. I guess you could say I'm a Desi-holic. Shut the fuck up! So you do have a complicated family situation after all. Alright, that's enough. Continue with your testimony, I beg of you. Simping for your wife, dude? What do you mean? Both in terms of I simp for my wife and I simp for his wife, so. I thought you were going to be the one to show us the proof. You know, that you're the real Mask to Mask and not just some kind of obsessed fanboy. Hey now, that's not fair. Why do I have to do all the hard work anyway? Maybe because you're the one making the outrageous claim, for a change. Come on, Nick. You know that Mr. Delight couldn't have committed the crime. You're with the fancy law degree. It's time to put it to work already. I need some kind of proof Ron couldn't have possibly been Mask to Mask. Well, I guess if you had that kind of proof, we wouldn't be here, would we? For the time being, maybe I need to shift strategy. I should try and show Mr. Light couldn't have stolen the urn. Anyway, couldn't have stolen the urn. Interesting. Don't have an alibi. Basically has a high-maintenance prize wife. Nothing really complicated about it. You've got no alibi. I've been a judge for a long time. And this is the first time I've ever heard a defendant brag about having no alibi. You know what? I'll believe him on that one. But I tell you, I was in Lordly Taylor that night. No. That's too vague, even for me. To be more precise, I was down in the basement warehouse. Hold on. What is it, Nick? Where was Ron Delight when the crime happened anyway? If we can prove he had an alibi after all, this case would be a piece of cake. Well, you're right, but... Ha! You think you can prove that? Wake up and smell the coffee. Well, I think maybe I can. Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence that shows the defendant has an alibi? Do I? I mean, I have his wallet, but... That was just found at KB Security. That doesn't... That just means he was at KB Security at some point during the day. Leaves a record when it's used. The wallet's the only thing I can think of. Oh, wait, what is this? Does this say... Ah! There you go. Blackmail 1 a.m. at KB Security on October 12th, which I think is when the crime was committed. Okay. I do have evidence. I have the evidence. Or do you think I'm still some third-rate rookie? Oh! I've never seen you this angry, but is he angry? I'm not surprised. Anger is the last refuge of the pathetic. I thought I was more confident than angry. Yeah, I was gonna say. Proud to agree with the judge on that one. Can't imagine many criminals brag about having no alibi. Defendants, at least. Well then, let's see this evidence already. Show the court the evidence that proves where your client was the night of the crime. Mr. Delight, I believe you've seen this before, correct? That's... What is it? A blackmail letter. That's what it looks like from the contents. Blackmail? According to this letter, at 1 o'clock in the morning on the night of the crime, Mr. Ron Delight was ordered to go to the offices of KB Security. 1 o'clock in the morning? Correct! Which is around the time the security camera photo was taken. So if the defendant was at KB Security 1 o'clock in the morning, then that proves he has a watertight alibi. No! Furthermore, considering the distance between Loreley Taylor and KB Security, it would have taken 30 minutes to get there by car, according to Larry anyway. Which, sure, that might be something I can trust Larry on. Well, Mr. Godot, do you have anything to say? And stop drinking that coffee! Come on, Mr. Thief. Don't let this guy beat you. Tell him why he's wrong. You're the only one who calls me thief, Mr. Godot. I love you. All right, I'll try. I'll do it. I will. He's really got Mr. Delight all worked up. Yeah, he's like a kid at his first day of school. Mr. Wright, it's true I received that blackmail letter, but whether or not I actually went there is a whole different story, right? Oh, sorry if I'm sounding dramatic. I guess I don't know what I'm talking about. Ha! That was brilliant. Well, Mr. Wright, it looks like you need some more evidence after all. Grr, this is stupid kid. Stupid fucking kid. Now then, let's see your evidence. Demonstrate to this court that Mr. Wright actually went to KB Security that night. I mean, I assume it's the wallet, but doesn't he work at KB Security? Like, he easily could have dropped that at some other point and just been like, yep, well, lost my wallet there at like, 3 in the afternoon. Was found at 1. But yeah, I mean, sure. It's probably this. Yeah. Mr. Delight, this wallet belongs to you, correct? Ah, yes, it does. I lost it somewhere. Mr. Wright, when you find a wallet, you should report it to the police right away. Ah, no, you don't understand. This is an important piece of evidence. Evidence? Mr. Delight, when did you first notice you'd lost your wallet? Let's see. I think it was on the night of the crime. Wow. You really couldn't be like, it's that afternoon. But I know I still had it when Desi and I went out for dinner. Oh. Well, you've dug your own grave, or dug yourself out of the grave you're trying to dig. Okay. This wallet was found at approximately 1 a.m. at KB Security Headquarters. What? Surely you're not serious. I am serious, and don't call me Shirley. This proves that Mr. Delight was in fact at KB Security that night. No! Ha! This is indeed sad. Romanticists are blind to the reality that lies before them. Huh? What the fuck are you talking about? Why did Mr. Delight drop his wallet at KB Security? What the... It was an accident! What do you mean, why? What purpose did it serve? Perhaps it was dropped by his wife to create a false alibi for her dear husband instead. Alright, come on now. Sorry, but Mr. Delight probably dropped it himself when he went to use this. The keycard to KB Security's CEO's office. CEO's office? What's wrong? No snappy comebacks? The fact is, Mr. Delight entered the CEO's office at 1 o'clock that night. The slide of coffee. No, 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 no! Order, order! So when the theft of the urn occurred, the defendant was at KB Security. Looks like a perfect case for the defense. You may see it as a perfect case, Judge, but to me... Well, let's just say my Godot Blend 107 impresses me a lot more. What are you trying to say? You say the thief was being blackmailed by the CEO of a security company. But did you actually investigate this CEO at all? Huh? Well, no, I guess not. Accusing a man of blackmail with no proof? I'm not sure what I think of that. Not sure what I think of that. At least I know what I think of you, you dummy. Good point. I'm not sure what I think of it myself. You claim the defendant entered the CEO's office. But you will need at least one witness to corroborate your claim, Mr. Wright. Nick, I think we're gonna have to track down the CEO guy. No, we don't have to track down the CEO at all. What do you mean by that, Mr. Trite? There is someone else who can testify. Oh, God. Your Honor, I'm so sorry. But the person who can testify the keycard was used at 1 a.m. that night. is Larry Butts. Who is this useless-looking young man? Ahem. You get it? Anyway. This useless-looking young man. Poor Judge. Poor Larry. Poor everyone who has to associate with Larry. You don't remember him, Your Honor? Not exactly, but just looking at his picture makes the bile rise in my throat. Judge, you ain't wrong. Yeah, but man, that's harsh. Looks like he doesn't remember the case from 2 years ago. On that, yeah. He probably blocked out that memory on purpose. Anyway, this man was working as a guard at KB Security that night. Oh.
You're a shrewd negotiator.
Thank you, thank you.
Wet face.
God damn it. What do you mean old? I didn't even say anything. Unless you're referring to your 41 months. My God. 41 months, really? Good Lord. Coming up on 4 years. Jesus Christ. Absolutely insane. How dare you? The question at hand is this key card. Fucking Larry. Yup, that's the key card they use in the building I work. According to serial number, this one's for the CEO's office. You need it to get the room every time you get that card. It leaves a record. Yep, it tells exactly who entered the room and when. Larry's voice changes all the time because I can never nail down a good voice for Larry. As you can see, there's no need to investigate the CEO of KB Security. We should be able to discover the truth simply by analyzing the keycard's data. Well, Mr. Godot? The name of the CEO of KB Security is Kane Bullard. I was unable to contact him directly, but I got the keycard data here. So what does it show? Each keycard has its own serial number, and they leave the detailed records of their uses. According to this data, the card was used at 1 a.m. on the morning of the crime. Oh, shit! Hell yeah. Found Ron's wallet, used on the 12th of night, 12 a.m. with the crime. A battle royale. Goodness me. Thank you, Ark. Thank you. But that means it can't be Mr. Delight dressed as Damask in this photo. Ha. Looks like you're right. 2 minutes isn't even enough time to brew a good cup of joe. So then... Ron Delight was clearly in the office of KB Security at the time of the crime. The prosecutor's office is ready to admit that fact. Therefore, it is impossible for the defendant to be masked Damask. Good job! You did it, Nick! That's enough! I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of thief! What's wrong, Your Honor? I'm ready to pass judgment, but before I do that, do you have any further objections? No, Your Honor! Very well. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight, not guilty. Yay! Oh wow, bot won the fucking battle royale. For shame. For shame, all of you. Court is now adjourned. Rigged. I leave now. Yep, you've served your purpose, I guess. Well, you got to see the end of the crime. In shame. Nick, you did it. You were right after all. Actually, I'm a little bit ashamed of myself. Nicky boy! Oh, Miss Delight. I knew you could do it. I believed in you all along, Nicky boy. I don't know how I can ever repay you. I can think of a few ways. Aw, shucks. Thanks, Miss Delight. Money is actually the way I'm thinking of. If you could pay me for the services I provided as a attorney, that would be swell. I just know I'm blushing. Congratulations, Mr. Nick. Oh, pearls. I've got a bad feeling about this. Who is this woman? Oh, she's nobody. Just, the wife of the man I was defending. Why is that so difficult to say, Nick? You're blushing. How dare you do this in front of Mystic Maya? You should be ashamed of yourself. Yow! She slapped me. Climbed up his arm. Climbed back down. Pearly. This woman is Miss Desiree Delight. She's our client's wife. Mr. Nick. Yes? You're even worse than I thought. Going behind the back of your own client. No! You're all right. I'll never forgive you. Ow! A double slap. Well, anyway, all's well that ends well, right? We got the sacred urn back and the thief has been caught. You're so right, and it's all thanks to Nicky Boy here. But actually, it was you, Miss Delight, that brought us the urn back. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Oh, please, you're embarrassing me. If we won the case, then why does this guy look so glum? But I am the thief, actually. What's the point now? What is it, honey? I did my best for you, Ronnie. I know that, and I appreciate it, Desi. But the thing is... Come on, give the kid some time. He's just got a little touch of the blues. You know the feeling blue. You know about feeling blue, right, amigo? I mean, is that a crack about my suit? Or... Mr. Godot, what are you doing here? Oh, come on. I just came in to say thanks to my newest buddy. You, Mr. Trite. It's not my name, fuckface! Maybe you should learn my name before you call me buddy. Well, playtime is over. Huh? Early this morning, the body of Cain Boulard was discovered. Uh-oh. Cain Boulard? Where the Maya, it was 10 minutes ago. Isn't that the name of the CEO of KB Security? Yeah, KB probably stands for Cain Boulard. Wait, but body? The estimated time of death is 1 a.m. on October 12th. 1 a.m. on October 12th? You don't mean! That's right, amigo. At the same time that cheap little urn was being stolen, the CEO of KB Security was being murdered. So then, what are you doing here? Oh, come on. You figured it out already, haven't you, amigo? Or have you already forgotten about that piece of info I helped you with today? Help me out? What? Ronnie trails off and speaks in a low volume barely heard. Yes. In that case, this case isn't done yet. Yep. Dug your own grave with that one. This is not optimal, I'll say that. On October 12th at 1 o'clock in the morning, Ron DeLite was in the CEO's office, the scene of the murder. After getting that blackmail letter, he must have been imbrued with utter rage. What are you saying? Imbrued with rage? Come on, don't tell me you didn't know. Ron DeLite was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard. An employee of KB Security? It looks like the alibi that saved him from being convicted as a thief is going to be the noose that gets him hanged. Kind of an anti-alibi. No way! He can't be the thief because he was at the murder scene when the murder occurred. No! That's a lie! It can't be true! Oh, but I am a thief, I tell you. Ron DeLite, you're going back to prison again. This time the charge is much more serious. This time you'll be tried for murder. Fuck! Hey, listen, I don't policy, I don't do the same client twice. I'm gonna go. I hear that fucking Christoph guy is pretty good, right? It's a piece. I was trying to think of another defense attorney in this game. Literally isn't one, except for Christoph and I guess maybe Grossberg? I don't know if he still practices, though. This is impossible. I'm looking forward to another exciting showdown, Mr. Trite. Learn my fucking name, idiot! You and I aren't through with each other yet. Surely you won't back down from a challenge. You've never been a coward. You've never been a coward. How would would you know when I have and haven't been a coward? Mr. Nick, is there something personal between you two? She slaps him again. I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. I don't even know you! At least let me have some fun while I'm here. This guy? Who the heck is that masked man? He may be quiet, but he's the most dangerous enemy I've ever faced. No, he isn't. He's literally never won a case! And he just throws coffee at people. He's a fucking weirdo. Well then, time to say goodbye, Mr. Delight. You faced Von Karma, for God's sakes. He tased you. What do you mean this guy's the most dangerous you've ever faced? Nick, how could this be happening? Right in front of our very eyes, our client has been arrested for murder. And the one who established his presence at the scene was me. Yeah, Ronnie. You've defended Maya twice at this point. Yeah. We'll get Yagami instead. Exactly. Too easy for it to be over. Yeah, I had a lot of evidence, and also I know there's an achievement where I go some other place to examine some shit. The OT Gray sometimes works as a defense attorney. Spoilers, Nathan. Investigation part 2. What the heck's gonna happen next? Mods ban that spoiler. This is why you have an option to ban yourself, Nathan. How dare you? Charlie, how's it going? Maya, get the fuck out of the way. I'm talking to Charlie. You know, I'm glad we found the urn and all, but poor Mr. Delight got arrested again. Well, supposedly Mr. Delight was in the CEO's office when the murder occurred. No way, Jose. I don't buy it. But the one who proved Mr. Delight was there was Mr. Nick himself. At least from what I can understand. Why is she selling that? Jesus. Looks like you did too good of a job this time, Nick. Who's Charlie? The plant! Well, how about we get started looking into the KB security murder? I think I'm gonna head back to Kyoane Village for a little while, if that's alright. Sure, but why? And by yourself? You're 9! Right? 9! I'm gonna bring the sacred urn back and have people take a look at it. Oh, alright. Hey, look, it's there, in one piece, spelled correctly and everything. And not, you know, fucking broken. Like everyone seems to think I keep doing. Now that's a shitty looking vase. I'm glad whoever put it back together did a good job this time. That's a good idea. I think I'll go with... No, Mystic Maya, you should stay here. I want you two to spend some special quality time together, full of love and happiness. Pearls is so caught up in her fantasy, she forgot there's a murder to solve. Sacred urn, give it to Pearls. Now remember, no fighting, okay? She just starts running as fast as she can. Dodge token didn't break it. Exactly! Jeppo's the only one who gets it. Okay, Nick, time to get going on the murder investigation. Not profiles. Huh? How about this? You still got that badge, I see. Huh? Well, I'm a lawyer, aren't I? Yeah, but I guess I just didn't think you'd keep your being one for so long. You have to admit, you've had some close brushes with death because of your job. I fail to see how being a lawyer is more dangerous than channeling dead people. Anyway. Away we go. I guess I'll talk to you first. What to do? So, what do we do now? Isn't it obvious we should get out there and investigate the murder? Well, first we need to find out exactly where KB Security is located. Hey, why don't we ask Miss Delight? She should know. Alright. Besides, I wanted to ask her some stuff about motorcycles. Maya, you're not getting a motorcycle. I'm not the same little Maya who used to be happy with her dinky little bike, Nicky boy. That nickname is not sticking. Speaking of asking around, I've got some questions of my own for Mr. Delight. Okay, well, let's make sure go to the detention center, too. Alright, fair enough. I'm a great detective. So is anyone here, or... I mean, Gumshoe might be there. Investigating, I guess. Damas hideout. Oh, Nicky boy. Maya. Mr. Light? All I wanted to do was help my dear Ronnie. Yeah, but I guess it ended up hurting his case. Don't say that, Nick. She doesn't need your help beating herself up. Hey, Nicky boy, please help my Ronnie. He's not a killer, I swear. My Ronnie wouldn't hurt a fly. Alright, I'll poke around and see what I can find out. Really? Are you serious? Oh, I'm so happy. I knew asking for your help was the right thing to do. I don't know what I can do to help anymore. I had no idea Mr. Light was such a vulnerable side. She supports her man. Odd music for this. Obviously, Nick. Listen carefully, Nicky boy. My Ronnie would never, ever kill anyone. It's just not in him. I don't think he would either, Nick. Yeah, but you have to admit he's got a bit of a temper to him. It's not that hard to imagine him snapping and screaming, "Please die!" He would never say that. Anyway, Mr. Light... he might not be a killer, but he's still going around saying he's a thief. I already told you, that's just a fantasy for him. Mr. Light, I hate to say it, but you're the one living in a fantasy world. What? How dare you say that to me, Nicky boy? I know everything about my Ronnie. We don't have any secrets between us. Ronnie isn't the thieving type. He's so honest it wouldn't even sneak a nap. He's so honest, he wouldn't steal a glance. A thief. Ha! The very idea. I guess I just don't get it. Huh? Get what? I just can't understand how they can be so different, and yet such a happy couple. Because they bang like crazy, dude. Come on, read the room. You think those wigs are there just for display? I bet not. Yeah, they sure are different. Come on now, Nicky boy. It's not that mysterious, is it? It was love at first sight. For me, anyway. Well, I mean, yeah, have you seen Raw Delight? I binged Columbo and beaten Judgment and lost Judgment. Ah, the most, the best resume for a detective I've ever seen. What? For you? I could ask her about that. I hate these kinds of people more than anything. The French. You mean Ace Detectives? No, I'm fine with Ace Detectives. Oh, so then you must mean thieves. No, they're alright too. I just hate thieves that pretend to be Ace Detectives. Ah, scum of the earth, those guys. There's nothing I hate more than cowardly men. Oh, so she really doesn't care for me then, huh? And the Kaido Files, and Deadly Premonition. Wow. You're practically a sleuth yourself there, Jeppo. Oh, by the way, why did you go to Detective Atmey's office anyway? Well, as the trial went on, I started to get more and more anxious. I went there to try and find out more about the real criminal. The real criminal? Yes, obviously the real mask. The mask is not my Ronnie, right? Yeah? And Detective Atmey knew more about Mask the Mask than anybody else. They mentioned him on the Great People Around Town segment on TV. So then you went there to ask him some questions. Great People Around Town segment. I do love that show. That's right, I'll do whatever it takes to save my man. His secretary said, the Ace Detective isn't in right now. But I forced my way past her and into his hideout. I wouldn't exactly call that office of his a hideout. The bag was sitting right on top of the table. Yeah, there it is. Oh yeah, we saw that bag there yesterday, too. There's nothing lower than someone who would try and pin a crime on somebody else. Mr. Light, do you know about KB Security? Don't be silly, of course I do. That's where Ronnie works. So she thinks he still works there, huh? And yet, according to what we heard today... Yeah, he said right in front of her, Ron was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard. Emphasis on was. Is that 4 or 5? Apparently it has 5. Ron quit? He doesn't. Oh, he might have got fired. He doesn't work there anymore. Looks like Mr. Light doesn't know. KB Security's only about 20 minutes away, by motorcycle, that is. Larry told me it takes 30 minutes by car. Well, Larry drives a bit safer then. Well, I have to admit, I tend to fly pretty fast on my bike. Yeah, 10 minutes faster? Good lord. Don't make KB Security that fast. You sure you aren't literally flying? Why don't I give you a ride sometime? Or better yet, how about now? Oh god, yes. No, I'll pass. Oh, you bitch. Why don't you just tell us where it is and we'll go ourselves? Ah, what a scaredy cat you are, Nick. Mr. Light told us the location of KB security. Okay, let's head over there right away, Nick. So was it really love at first sight when you met Mr. Delight? Well, maybe not at first sight, but Ronnie saved my life. Saved your life? I was at work one day when 2 robbers suddenly rushed in. Well, I'm not the kind to just curl into a little ball in a corner, so I fought back. Robbers? Yeah, they took me hostage. I was so frightened. They were both carrying huge knives, and I broke into tears. Yeah, I would too if I were in that situation. Oh, I think I get it. Did Mr. Delight come running to save you? Yes, exactly. I remember he looked so handsome in the guard uniform of his. The fucking curls in his hair. Wow, this is... the 2 guards, or the guys robbing her, are weird with a puffball and the other dude that's just wearing a stocking. Also, where does she work to have that uniform? He went right up those robbers wielding knives and screamed in their faces. Please stop it! He screamed. I could see the robbers' faces turn pale. That high-pitched shriek of his does have a surprisingly strong effect on people. Then, crying and swinging his arms like crazy, he attacked the 2 robbers. All by himself, he came to save me. A total stranger, all by himself. He was so scared he was crying and shaking, but he risked his life for me. Wow, that's a great story. Is it? Yeah, he may not look it, but in a tough situation, there's no one better. That's why I fell in love with him like I did. Sniff. That's so romantic. I'd fall in love too, I guess. Yeah, have you seen Ron? Nick, I hope you'll do something for me if I ever get taken hostage. You have been! With Maya, that possibility always seems to loom in the not-so-distant future. Gulp. Yeah, you have been taken hostage. And I mean, I did, step up to the plate for you, I guess, but... Alright, CEO's office. That's a big safe. Oh my god, the safe fell on him, obviously. There's no way Ron picked that up. Come on now. Cool looking office, at least. Those... Interesting choice of wall there. No windows, eh? Security's office. It's a big book on the table in the foreground. Jesus. So I guess this is where it all went down, huh? The walls in here look thick, just like you expect a CEO's office. You expect windows, man. What does that got to do with anything? Hey, it's you guys. Gumshoe. Oh, it's Detective Gumshoe. Today was a real twain whack for you guys, huh? Sure it was, pal. The prosecutor made real fools out of us. Yeah, I feel for you. Wow, that's not like you at all. I thought you'd be more like, oh, that was great. You guys got what you deserve, pal. Ho, ho, ho. Or something to that effect. Do I really sound like that to you, pal? If the gumshoe fits. Well, anyway. The point is, I can tell when someone puts their hearts into their jobs. And I can sympathize when things don't go your way. Sometimes I feel like Wong is the only thing... Sometimes I feel like Wong is the only way things go for us detectives. Wow, I had no idea Detective Gumshoe was such a nice guy. Maya, he took a bullet for you in the last game. What do you mean? Now if this little love fest is over, maybe we can start investigating. Alright, look around the room. What is this giant... Really? Nothing for this fucking huge-ass book? Alright. Save the important thing for last there. This must be the CEO's desk. It's a lot simpler than I thought it would have thought. Hey, looks like a super soft chair. Let me try it out for a second. Ooh, nice. I feel just like a CEO. Hey, you! Whip me up a cup of some really expensive import tea and some scones. Move it! Ah, this is the life. The victim sat in that chair just before he was brutally killed, you know. Ah! Oh, there's a button here. Let's see. Maya, don't hit the button! Hey, cut it out! Don't press that! That was pretty funny. I never knew Detective Gumshoe could jump like that. What is that button anyway? It's an emergency buzzer. It says right there on the panel. Oops, you're right. It's written right there. Nick, how many times have I told you to read the instructions first? This alarm's connected to the basement guard room. It's used to summon security up here. Really? Then it's possible on the night of the crime? Ooh. When was the CEO attacked? Do you think that maybe he pressed the buzzer? Yeah, I thought about that. So I asked around down there. But they said the buzzer never went off that night. Also, we couldn't find any fingerprints on the buzzer. Until now, Maya. Mr. Ballard, the victim wasn't wearing any gloves, by the way, just so you know. I think I better go and talk to the guard about this emergency buzzer. Shouldn't the guard be coming if he heard the buzzer? These look like some kind of bookshelves or rolling cabinet hybrid. Yeah, the library at my university had those in the basement, actually. I can't get in between these two shelves. Don't strain yourself trying. Looks like the shelves are controlled by a special panel. So I guess it's one shelf at a time, huh? Looks like they're filled with bunches of files. Yeah, files filled with data about security jobs they were hired to handle. Makes sense. It'd be a good night's reading if you've got insomnia. I was hoping for something a little bit more exciting, like UFOs or something. Why would that be there, Maya? You fuck. Wow, look at that huge framed photo. Some tall mountains rising majestically against a dark and cloudy sky. There's a title written at the bottom of the photo. The greatest sunrise of my life. This is it? This was his best sunrise? Yeah, this guy didn't get out enough. He really rotten luck with the weather. Maybe if he lived a little longer, he'd have seen some better days. Damn! Harsh, Maya. The man is dead. Alright. Wow, this safe is unbelievable. I bet 4 pearls would fit in there. And it's got a bunch of doohickeys attached to it. It's pretty amazing, alright. Motion sensors, heat sensors, weight sensors. Hey, Nick, come on. Let's open it up and take a look. If I broke into one of these, wouldn't that send me down the path to Hoodlumville? Nick, you're like 24, man. The path to Hoodlumville. This rope. You think it fell out of the safe when it was opened? Yeah, about that. I don't think so. So you mean... Yeah, I think the string shows where and how the corpse was lying. You mean... The victim... He was killed by being crushed by the safe door? She can't be serious, can she? It's true. I said that as a joke, Maya. Alright, so what happened? Detective Gumshoe, tell us what you know about the murder. Okay. But the thing is, I'm really not supposed to. Hey, come on. What about we put our hearts into our work? Things are really working against us right now, and we need help. Okay, I'll tell you. Just don't go crying on me, okay, pal? Okay, I won't cry on you, pal. Fuck, Jesus. That's a hell of a face. The victim's name is Kane Bullard. He was the CEO of KB Security and a pretty big fella in his own right. His corpse discovered at 9 o'clock this morning. Estimated time of death is 1 in the morning on October 12th. Cause of death, blunt force trauma to the head, probably an object in this room. It happened at exactly the same time Mask Damask was stealing the urn, huh? Cerebral hemorrhaging from blunt force trauma. Yep, that'll do it. So, why did it take almost an entire day to discover the body? There's a good explanation for that one. Bulard's body was stashed away inside that safe. Safe? Well, it is pretty big. Nobody had heard from him, and when they opened the safe this morning, out he came. Oh, so the body fell out. That white string must be from the shape of when he fell out. I think we still need some more information about Mr. Billiard. Maybe you can start by getting the man's name right! So, what happened to Mask Damask? He's at the detention center screaming like a madman. Investigate me again! He keeps yelling. No, I didn't mean him. He's not the real thief anyway, right? Oh, you mean Detective at me. Oh, that was great. That guy got what he deserved. That's a detective I know and love. Think about it. Atme was always around when a calling card showed up, but he always mysteriously disappeared when the heist took place. I was hiding at the crime scene. Heh, yeah, White. That's the lamest thing I've ever heard. That's how you just knew he was the thief. That would explain how he was able to retrieve the stolen item he kept bragging about. Yeah, he just did it to make himself look like a great detective, that's all. But there is one thing I can't figure out about his first heist. His first heist? Yeah, the Tear of Eminon case. There was a witness on that one. A witness? Here, I saved the newspaper clipping. Since the thief is already under arrest, you guys can keep it. Fucking schnoz, man. Look at that beak. Stolen the gem and the thief. Hey, this guard here, haven't I seen him somewhere before? I don't know, have you? It's pretty small, so it's kind of hard to see. Precious gem, the Tear of Eminon, something or other. But now that she mentions it, article on Master Mask first heist. Does it say anything more, or is it just? No, it's just that. I want to actually read the article. Anyway, Prosecutor Godot. Oh, that prosecutor! I really don't like that guy. The way he used our own evidence to do that to Mr. Delight. Yeah, I think he did it that way because he knew it'd hurt more. That's what my gut tells me, anyway. So who is that Java-addicted masked maniac, anyway? Prosecutor Godot, he's quite the enigma, huh? The thing is, pal, I never even heard of the guy before. He just showed up one day at the prosecutor's office, came out of nowhere, and for some reason everyone was like, my god, he's so cool and dangerous, and I'm like, he's just some fucking dude. That's right, he said this is his first case as prosecutor. And it's true, according to the records anyway, but no way he's an amateur. He's an Iceman in court, a maverick that gave me goosebumps. He lost! Goosebumps? You? Yeah, I knew something was off about him, so I asked around. Nobody would talk to me. They all just turned the other way. Poor Detective Gumshoe. I had no idea you were so unpopular. Ah, no, that's not what I meant. That Godot guy acts like he knows me and he has a grudge against me. I get the feeling he's hiding some kind of dark secret. Or he's a fucking twat, one or the other. Anyway. Here, take a look at my attorney's badge. Are you still showing that cheap little thing off? A widow man keeps his mouth shut and carries a suave police badge. Every time. Alright. Can I go to the security room? Hell yeah. Oh, god damn it. Larry! What's with the fucking floor? Wow, this is really something else. For a security guard office, it sure doesn't feel very secure. KB security guard. Uh-oh, I just remembered. Larry might be. Hey, Nick, what's up? God damn it, Larold. And he brought his theme song with him. The fucking... so he is here. Yo! How's it hanging, dude? And you got my sweet little Maya with you, too. Dance. Hi, Larry. Here I was working my fingers to the bone. And in walks an angel. I've got no problem with a daytime date. It's all good. No, that's not what we're here for. We're investigating the Bullard murder case. Huh? Oh, yeah, that's right. You're the lawyer, aren't you? He's so hopelessly clueless. Well, if it's about the murder case, boy, have I got some good info for you. I'm surprised it's Larry. He wasn't shanked in a dark alley or arrested, and then shanked in a joint. I mean, he would never get shanked. He would be arrested for, everything under the sun before he got shanked. It's the thing, he's always suspected of doing something bad. I think those photos on the screen back there are like real life. They look like actual rooms. The screen's behind Maya there. Minus, bottom left and bottom right. But, middle there looks like an actual sort of stage, I think. And up top's an auditorium. Might just be different angles of the same auditorium. Top right looks like a conference room. A table set up and everything. Ahem. Really? What is it? I don't mind sharing with my sweet little Maya. But Nick here is a different story. But Larry, I thought you were old school buddies. That was then and this is now. What the fuck do you... Okay, I'm looking around. Alright, so this is the room I should be able to get an achievement by examining the bottom left corner with the pink bag and the command list on this note here. I also might have to examine the jacket from what I've seen on comments. That's my partner's seat. Your partner? Well, that's what I call her. She's my superior, actually. Kind of a weird old lady. There's tea spilled all over the machine, you know. Oh, don't worry about it. Just the other day I spilled some chocolate milk on mine. Still works fine, more or less. They really know how to build them here. No clues here. The tea? Yeah, okay, I saw that already. Something's written on this poster in fine print. A guard's 5 commandments. Wow, this sounds serious. Let's see what it says. Number 1, obey thy superior. Number 2, respect thy superior. Number 3, smile at thy superior. 4, salute thy superior. 5, buy donuts for thy superior upon command. It's signed Wendy Oldbag, head supervisor. She's one tough old bird, let me tell you. Cross her and you come face to face with a real, genuine ray gun. Yeah, sounds scary, all right. Well, fortunately, she's on vacation. That's why I'm so relaxed right now. Not popping. That's not good. Hey, Larry, that's your jacket, isn't it? That's right. Did you know you hung on top of some kind of lever? Yeah, sure. I was told never ever touch that lever. She scowled and huffed at me. Something terrible will happen if you do. Got it, greenhorn? So why'd you hang your jacket on such an important lever? Because it got me curious. If the jacket's weight pulls the lever down, that's what they call an accident. God, you, Larry, you asshole. Doesn't the suspense just kill you? Don't you want to know what'll happen? It's true. It's killing me, too. What about you, Nick? Yeah, but for a different reason. Uh-oh. Still not popping. Larry's chair as well. That's my workstation. Pretty cool, huh? I keep a steady eye on the monitors and use that mic for communicating. Look at all this equipment. It must be hard to operate. No biggie. I think there's an instruction manual somewhere in this room. Somewhere? Instruction manual? What are you gonna do in an emergency? Well, I guess I'd start by calmly looking for the instruction manual. During that time, my partner, the old lady, would calmly look for her reading glasses. That's what us security professionals call teamwork. Even my end pros could run this place better. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? I thought that! What do you mean? Ah, there it is. Smells like old bag. Examine everything, even with a whiff of old bag on it. Alright. Good stuff. I think that's the only achievement for this case. Other than beating it, yeah, okay. Nice. Alright. Those screens are there to show what's going on all over the building, everywhere. And it's my job to keep a steady eye on them, all of them. I wouldn't sound so smug if I were you. Can you watch regular TV on these too? If anyone would sit here and watch TV instead of working, it's Larry. Hey, Maya, I'm a pro, okay? Besides, you can't get regular TV on it. And how do you know that, Larry? Because that was my first bit of investigation, if you know what I mean. I know what you're thinking. It was a professional investigation, all right? Oh, Larry. Hey, Larry. There's something I want to... Oh, it's a generic thing. Never mind. All right. Let's have a chat, Mr. Larry. So what's this good info you were talking about, Larry? Hey, I'm a guard, a pro. I can't just give away information for free. He wants a bribe? I thought professionals were more, I don't know, honest. Can you talk to him, Maya? Larry, tell us already. What's this good info? Hey, I like that. This kitten's got some claws. Okay, you really want to know? Yes, so tell me. Okay, so the thing is, Ron DeLight was an employee here. And naturally, since I'm a pro, I looked into his background. Follow me? Yes, you're a pro. I follow you. Go on. But 1 year ago, Ron DeLight was fired. And there was no warning at all. Just happened all of a sudden. How many A achievements we got? 21 of 30. But I know it's a small company. and I think that was pretty awful. I guess he must have done something bad to have gotten fired like that. Like maybe skipping out on work to go pick up hot chicks or something. No, that's just you. So, what's it like to be a part-time security guard? Let me tell you, it's tough. Well, you know me. I get by all right, I guess. First, I have to keep my eyes on these monitors all the time. Monitors? There are security cameras in each room around the building. It's really hard. Sometimes I feel like my eyes are gonna fall out. Oh. And if I see something suspicious, I have to contact one of the teams. What teams? The security teams for this company. They're supposedly the best in the business. But I'm no amateur either, so if it's something small, I don't bother calling them. So in other words, you basically watch TV screen all day long. You were in the office when the murder took place, weren't you? Why do you say that? It's just a part-time job for me. I can't operate all the equipment. I'm dumb! Even if it is a part-time job and you are dumb, you're still in charge of security here. Hey, give me a break. Don't try and pin the whole thing on me. That's not fair, Nick. Huh? I don't think you can expect someone like him to take any responsibility. Anyway, the point is, you were here that night, right? Oh, god damn it. Larry! Oh no, I knew I smelled something bad, and it was the butts after all. Well, it's like I always say, that was then and this is now, okay? Looks like I'm gonna have to break this psych lock after all. Yeah, but I don't have any proof. Well, let me at least try and see what it is I'm gonna need to break this lock. The night of the crime. On the night of the crime, were you working hard like you were supposed to? What? Huh? Of course I was! Why wouldn't I have been? Didn't you sneak out of work just yesterday to go see Mr. Light? Ah! But that was... and that was that. This is this. Is there any chance you snuck out of work last night, too? Never! I didn't sneak out. I tell you what, I even bet you $1. $1? Wow. Now that's confidence. What's with that drenched in the rain puppy dog look on your face? Do you have evidence that I left... What? That I left my position, or are you just pulling my chain? Evidence Larry was not manning his station. Nah, I don't have anything. I don't think I have enough evidence yet. Or maybe I do. What about the, hold on. There are no fingerprints on it. Well, that means it just wasn't hit, so... Autopsy, newspaper... Yeah, no. I don't think I have any of the information. I need to go to Damas Hideout, I think. Then I should check out the agency and the detention center. But not in that order, clearly. I already told you, it's not me. A sad, pitiful whine that tapers into silence. Sounds like they're interrogating Mr. Delight right now. Man, we don't even have enough time as it is. Yeah, I guess police are going crazy just like we are. Yesterday, they thought he was just a thief, but now they got a murder case on their hands. I guess you're right. That guard over there looks a bit on edge, too. Come on, we'll just have to come back later. Okay, let's check some other place out, Nick. Alright. Damas Hideout. And then let's go to Detective Agency. Who's hanging out here? Can't be Luke. That dude's arrested. Oh, it could be Godot, I guess, maybe. Whoa! This place is literally crawling with cops. There's just a dude on the ceiling. What'd you expect now that they know he was actually masked to mask? That must be incredibly embarrassing for them, don't you think? Yeah, I guess they're trying to make up for it by tearing this place apart. Hey, I just noticed. Gumshoe's nowhere to be seen. Well, he is a homicide detective. He's probably working the murder case. Wasn't he in charge of the mask-to-mask investigation all the way up till yesterday? Yeah, why was that if he's a homicide detective? Well, a murder case is a lot more exciting, isn't it? He'd say something like, "There's nothing like a good murder case, pal." Points for the quality of the impression. Thank you, I try. But I'm not quite sure Gumshoe has bloodlust, Maya. Yeah, I guess no one's here. I guess why would Damask? Why would Godot be here? He doesn't give a shit about this anymore. I must have to show Larry something. CEO's office. Security room. There we go. Alright. Let's see. What do you think of this? There's something I want to ask you about. No. You know anything to say about the button that's supposed to summon you? Autopsy report. Newspaper clipping. Maybe I show the newspaper clipping to... Gumshoe? Like, show it to him again, get his thoughts on it? Maybe I show him the button I picked up. Newspaper clipping. Whoops. My bad. Present. This was his first heist, huh? I guess I underestimated him. I was sure I was gonna get him, so I was careless and lost all the info on the witness. Investigate the big folder in the CEO's office. The one in the middle of the table, you can't interact with that. I went to investigate and it did nothing. By witness, do you mean the guard in the photo? Yeah, he and the detective worked together trying to catch Mask to Mask. But he got away, huh? That god. I got a weird feeling that I've seen him around lately. Is it Ron DeLight? That'd be something, wouldn't it? I don't know if his first heist was a year ago, though. Another battle royale. And Nathan, you're unbanned. Let's go. Thought magnifying glass turned yellow when you hovered over it. I can double check, but I don't think it did. Detective Gumshoe, about this right here. Nothing to say on it. Oh, it did. Huh. I could swear it did nothing. Check out this big, thick binder here. Leave the heavy lifting to me, Nick. Reading a file is exactly back-breaking work. It's just a little hard on the eyes. Ah! What'd you find out, Nick? This file. It's not about any sort of security operations or anything. This huge file is all about Mask to Mask. It's filled with info on him. What? What kind of info? It's filled with incredibly detailed information about his methods, the crime scene. Hey, Nick, look at the last page. It's a list. Let's see. Tier Memenon, $100,000. This looks like a list of all the treasures Mask to Mask stole. So then $100,000 is the value of the stolen item? I don't know. That number sounds kind of low to me. I think I better secretly make a copy of this list. Sorry. Going with the back scratcher. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Penguin won the battle royale. Good on you, Penguin. Kane's list added to the court record. Okay, let me present this to Gumshoe. So about this... Huh? What's that? Hey, wait a minute, Maya. What's wrong? We copied that data without permission. In front of him? Don't show it to him. He might get mad at us. So, what are you two whispering about? Oh, it's nothing. Just my billfold. That's a pretty thick billfold you got there, pal. Now I really want you to show it to me. Whoops. Alright. Alright, maybe with that, I can, Oh, I haven't been here either, I guess. Traces of Curian exhibit is all ruined now. Maya. I'm sorry, it's just so sad. This is our big chance for everyone to learn about the spirit channeling. Maybe I could cheer her up somehow. Well, now that we've got the Sacred Urn back, maybe they can reopen it. Really? Sure, maybe we can label it the Urn of Mask to Mask's Desires. That would probably attract a lot of attention. Whoa. Whoa! Whoa! That's brilliant, Nick! We could clean up and be filthy rich. Woohoo! Wow, that was surprisingly easy. This is quite ostentatious for a department store, but I think I've made that point before. Detention center? God damn. I could also go to the basement warehouse, which I probably should check out as well now that I think about it. God, so many places. I wish they just put them all on screen so I could go through them one at a time. Nah, he's still there. Okay. Right office. Main exhibition hall. Basement. There we go. Lordy Taylor Basement Warehouse. Oh, it's you, Mr. Wright. Miss Andrews, what is she hanging around down here for? So how's it going? What about the Sacred Urn? The urn? Oh, that. It's already been taken care of. What do you mean, oh, that? Taken care of? Do you mean it's been found? Yes. It was brought in during the trial today. Wow, really? You really are the greatest, Mr. Wright. I didn't bring it in. Mr. Wright had nothing to do with it. It was Mask to Mask's wife that found it. Well, anyway, I'm so relieved. How's it going, Andrews? Oh, wait, can I, I can slide and shuffle. So yeah, what is all this, then? Did we ever establish that? That's something I really like about Dual Destinies and Spirit of Justice. You can access any area easily. Yeah, that would be nice. Wish they had added that for this re-release. Looks to me like it's been dry for several days. There's something suspicious about this paint, Mark. The bottom left part of it is shaped oddly, and it's shockingly pink. I don't see how the color of the paint is in any way important. I mean, I guess, but it is telling, isn't it? Or at least striking. The statue wasn't where it was when we first came here, right? Yeah, it was right next to the door, wasn't it? Well, if someone moved it, it probably was Mask to Mask. Maybe he didn't like being watched by Mystic Amy while he stole the urn. Hey, cut it out! Giving me the creeps with that kind of talk. Looks like door to the actual storeroom. I can see lots of big boxes and stuff back there. I guess that's where they were keeping the sacred urn. Remember, Maya, Miss Andrews said we're not allowed in there. Burr. Looks like part of a big signboard. All I can read is burr. We have this hamburger. Why would anyone write hamburger that big? World Hamburger Festival. It's gotta be spaghetti. Why are you talking about food? Spaghetti Festival. A typo. God damn it. The box. That pathetic-looking wooden box. The Sacred Urn. Ah! That's the box had the Sacred Urn in it. Don't touch it. There may be clues to the thief's identity on it. I worked so hard to make that box. Huh? You made that poor excuse for... Oh, we had this too. It's a good-looking box, Nick. What the hell's your problem? That's a fine box. There's nothing poor excuse about it. Also, it's covered in paint, so clearly it was this thing over here, I guess? But why was it over there? Oh, well, whatever. Detective Atme, back to the head, obviously a lie. Oh, yeah. Because it turned out that Atme was the real thief. It's still hard to believe. Looks like Adrian feels really bad about it. I'm going to take full responsibility and fix that sword myself. I know I don't look it, but I have complete confidence I can fix it right up. I promise I'll fix it so you'll never know it was bent in the first place. But please be gentle with it. Alright. How's it going? I just heard all about it on the news. So that detective was actually the thief all along. Just a wooden box. How good is it supposed to look? Yeah, it looks fine. Looks like that way right now. It looks that way right now. It's my fault. I'm the one who ended up hiring Damask to guard the treasures. Don't blame yourself. You were just doing your job. Hey, Nick, if she wants to apologize, you should let her. Maya! Really now. So, when was it you hired Detective Atme again? About 20 days ago. And when was the Damask calling card received? It was about 10 days ago. So we sent a calling card to the very place he was hired to guard. I guess that's it then. Detective Atme must really have wanted the Sacred Urn after all. I guess so. What? So Mask to Mask murdered someone as well? Well, that's how things look right now. Yes, but I thought he was here stealing the urn at the time. Well, we're talking about a criminal mastermind, so anything is possible. Nick, let's get down to business already. On the night of the theft, did you notice anything suspicious about Detective Atme? No, I couldn't have. After all, his nose is sticking out past the box. Idiot. He was hidden the entire time. I never even caught a glimpse of him. He claims that's the way he always operates. That's just what he says so he can have an alibi when he commits the theft himself. Yeah, he was caught in the crime scene photo dressed up as Mask to Mask pretty well. The Sacred Urn. I'm so glad you got back your Sacred Urn. Yes, but there's still something that bothers me about it. What is it? I'm not exactly sure, but somehow that urn that came back seems different. Really? You wouldn't know anything about that, would you, Miss Andrews? No, I don't know anything. Why would I? Okay, well. Miss Andrews, I think you know something. Cyclops. What do you think this means, Nick? It means this person holds secret to the mystery of the sacred urn. He's our very own Miss Andrews. Alright, well. Hiya! Magatama! Mr. Wright, why are you holding that and screaming Magatama at me? Miss Andrews, do you know anything about the sacred urn? Do I know anything? I'm in charge of the entire treasure exhibit. That urn was submitted before the court today. It's obviously not the same urn as before. Well, that's true. Maybe it isn't the same. It could be a fake. A fake. You're the one who said it wasn't the same, so that's the most obvious explanation. Do you have any evidence the urn was submitted at the trial as genuine? Do I? Publicity photo, CEO, Ron's wallet, a letter, Shishinto, security cam, camera data, Damask calling card. I guess I don't? I guess I don't. There's a calling card that mentions the urn, but otherwise I don't think I have anything in my thing that even addresses the urn. He called it speckled, which, you know, this photo's black and white, so you wouldn't see any specks on it, and the urn was speckled. So maybe? Apparently not. Ow! That was genuine. Whoops. Smashing A at that point. Yeah, I got nothing. I don't fucking know. Anyway, can I look at the computer as well? This is the camera and the computer Detective Atney set up, huh? That's what he said. And yet, he still let it take a picture of him. I guess he's not as smart as he pretends to be. That was Maya. The camera belonged to Lordly Taylor, so he knew he couldn't tamper with it. Then why would Atney, I mean, Mask to Mask, allow it to happen? Good question. Can I talk to Ron now? God damn it! So, what do you think of, this, huh? No. Nothing. God damn you! I was hoping it was Ron Delight, and she would be like, oh, that's Ronnie. I remember that article. Or whatever. What do you think of Larry, huh? Oh, this is the guy who delivered Ronnie's wallet. He's got some issues, doesn't he? Yeah! Huh? Let's just say his flirting style is pretty obvious. Pretty stale, too, actually. Yo, based. Pretty sad how the only thing you remember about a man is his lame pickup lines. Damn! Fucking dragon. What's even more sad is the man probably believes in those lines like they're his lifelines. Looks like he blew it again, huh? Well, she's also married, so... You know this guy? Your husband's old boss? Oh, I know him. This is Ronnie's boss, the CEO guy. Well, now he's an ex-boss. Someone killed him last night. Naturally, I know that. He was a pretty sly man, let me tell you. Oh, really? You bet he was. He made Ronnie chief of one of the security teams. But that was just so he could work him like a slave. Did Mr. Delight ever have a problem with Mr. Ballard himself? Even if he did, you think she'd ever tell you about it? Well, Ronnie isn't the type to complain about that kind of thing. I tried to get him to talk to me about work, but he never would. He was also fired a year ago, but you didn't know about that, apparently. I guess, oh, I can ask, Gumshoe about, some of the people, I guess. What do you think about Boullard, huh? Detective Gumshoe! That's Kane Boullard, not Shane Bluebard, pal. Oh, yeah. The victim in this case just doesn't make much of an impression on me. Maya! The man's dead! Well, you were the victim up until Mr. Boulard was found dead. Yeah, and his body wasn't discovered until this morning. Anyway, we don't have enough information yet. Can you help us out? Sorry, I'm actually a little confused myself. For some reason, I'm just blabbing like an idiot right now. Okay, Nick, now's our chance to get more info about the victim, so hurry up and ask. Oh, can I actually, did that unlock something? And do you have anything to say about Larry at this point, or? Like a gumshoe, what about this person? He's the guard for the building. I assume you would have spoken to him. Ah, yeah, hell yeah. Can you tell us more about Mr. Boulard? He was the CEO of KB Security, right? What kind of company is it anyway? Well, the companies basically send security teams out to buildings to guard them. Ah, so it's private security. Mr. Boulard must have had a chance to learn a lot of secrets doing this kind of work. Oh, and? And I don't know how to put this, but the guy was kind of a money grubber. Really? Me too. I just love money. I can never get enough. Yo, same. Please stop leaning in towards me like that. You aren't getting to my wallet. Oh, Maya. Anyway, it looks like he did some pretty shifty stuff to earn his millions. Oh, so that's my problem. I need to be shiftier. No, you don't. Let me go already. Apparently, he was involved in selling trade secrets between rival companies. Oh, that's bad for business. Ooh, that's pretty dirty and underhanded. Yeah. Oh, KB Security used to head security operations against Mask to Mask. What? Really? Yeah, and after screwing up so many times, the company's reputation really took a nosedive. So it really was Boulard who sent Ron the blackmail letter, huh? Oh, should I show him the, blackmail letter then? About this blackmail letter. Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about it too, pal. Why would Kane Boulard have been blackmailing Ron Delight anyway? Well, Mr. Delight used to work at KB Security, right? But what was it that made him quit? Nick, that's it! Maybe it's just the same reason he's being blackmailed. Well, I'm in the middle of investigating that right now. Oh, alright. Alright, well. Got a little more out of him. Security room. Talk to you? Know anything about this? Probably not. What about, what would you do if I asked you about your boss? Like, Boulard. Got anything for me? Something I want you to look at. I'm a pro and don't interrupt pro while he's working. Alright, so to crack your testimony, or what you are doing, I need proof you weren't here. And, for Andrews, I need proof that the, urn was authentic. Do I have any, thing that proves he wasn't here? We found the wallet, right? Yeah, he found it. Oh, wait. Maybe that is the proof that he wasn't here, because he found it instead of being, you know, at his security guard station, right? Hold on. Hold on! Stop sticking your tongue out at me, Larold! And the crime, of course it was, why would I have been? Did you sneak out yesterday? That was that, and this is this! Any chance you snuck out of work? I didn't sneak out, I tell you, I even bet $1. Do you have any proof I left my position? Yes, the wallet that you found, I believe. Yep. This wallet! You know about this, right? I've never seen it before! Liar! You hand-delivered this wallet to Mr. Light just yesterday. Give me a break. You can't expect me to remember every little thing that happened. Well, I do expect you to remember something that happened just yesterday! What time was it when you found this wallet? I guess it was around 1 in the morning on the first floor of our company building. 1 o'clock in the morning? That's right. In other words, Larry, at the time of the murder, you were away from the security guard office. Ah! Yeah, but that's something you don't think about. Something you didn't think about. What's that? My shift that day didn't start until 10 p.m. The murderer might have snuck in before then. And just lingered? I mean, I guess that's possible. What do you mean by that? Larry ain't the best tool in the shed, is he? No, but he is a tool. If the murderer had snuck in before 10 p.m., then it wasn't my fault. It was the fault of the guy whose shift it was before mine. I don't get the feeling he still doesn't get the seriousness of this. Listen up, Larry. We know beyond a shadow of a doubt that the killer snuck into the CEO's office after 10 p.m. during your shift. It's the card, right? Used on the night of the crime at 1 a.m., yeah. Larry, when you use this key card, does it leave a record? Yeah, it does. But I can't show the record to just anyone, you know. That keycard data was already made public in the trial today. What? I didn't know that. Any kind of request for info like that's supposed to go through me. Boy, does this sound a bit arrogant coming from a part-time guard. Anyway, according to the data, the Larry of the CEO's office was opened with this card. They say the door to the CEO's office was opened with this card. Furthermore, it was most definitely used at 1 a.m., the time of the murder. No way! Yes, someone used this to get into the CEO's office. That happened at 1 a.m. on the night of the crime, right in the middle of your shift. Oh. It'd be funny if it turned out Larry was working a double shift. That would be great. The guy before me. Let's see the schedule. Oh, I was working a double shift that God damn it, Larry. Larry, you can't duck your responsibility this time. Yeah, no. All right, got him. Nice. Oh, I knew it. It's all my fault. It's my fault that the boss was killed. My fault. A confession. Larry. There was nothing I could do. I have important issues to deal with too, man. What happened that night anyway? My Donna happened. Oh, for God's sakes. Your Donna? I got a bad feeling about this. Yeah, my Donna called and said, I have to talk to you right away. So I went to see her and he was standing right there next to her. Who was? Her new boyfriend. It was like some horrible joke. Before I knew what was going on, the guy sucked me right in the kisser. She called you at 1 a.m. to come get beaten up by her new boyfriend? Damn, based. He got dumped again. Yep. Normally I'm the one that does the punching. Isn't that right, Maya? Yeah. So is that why you left the security guard office? I'm sorry. It's all my fault. How can I ever make it up to you, Nick? What can I do? What? Whoa! He's curled up in the floor, crying like a baby. Oh, boy. Nick! Is there anything I can do? Anything, just name it. I'll do whatever I have to make it up for you. I swear I will. Don't you owe me $1? Larry. Hey, Nick, as long as he's offering, why don't you show him the evidence we got? She's right. Maybe we'll get at least one bit of useful information out of him. Nick! What evidence? I don't know, this thing, maybe? The newspaper? Oh, he was not looking at any evidence, was he? I mean, yeah, sure. We know about this. Really don't know what to say about that. All right. It's just, he seems, I don't know, pleasant. Doesn't know anything about that. Blunt force trauma. Nope. Douche move called the dude at 1 o'clock in the morning to dump him by having your new boyfriend clock him in the face. Yeah, that's pretty shitty. I mean, Larry's, you know, a wiener, but come on, even that's a bit much. There we go. The buzzer in the CEO's office is directly connected to this room, right? That's right. Just like my heart's connected to yours, Maya. Huh? Go ahead, Maya. Press the buzzer in your heart. I promise I'll come running to rescue you, like the professional guard I am. Wow. That was pretty good. Haha, thanks. I tried. Do you think you could tell us about the buzzer now? Yes, please. Please tell us. Okay, I guess so. Prepare to be wowed. I accidentally pressed the buzzer earlier. Yeah, I heard it. So that was you, huh? You're a security guard, aren't you? Why didn't you come to the CEO's office? Oh, this is the 3rd floor of the basement. What? You're down 3 levels, I guess? The CEO's office is on the 1st. I thought it would be a good idea to adopt a wait-and-see approach. Plus, there's a police detective here, right? I just didn't think it was necessary. It's as if he's trying to win an award for the laziest person on the planet. You could have easily said, I saw on the security camera it was you guys and knew nothing was wrong. And you would have saved a lot of face there. Larry Zatulin probably had it coming, but not in a good way to dump the dude. Nah, it's pretty rough. She then texted him, you and I are Dunyan rings, and left. Let's get back to talking about the night of the murder, okay? Is it true the buzzer didn't go off that night? There must be a record, right? You must have had a look at it, right? Of course I did, and I couldn't possibly have made a mistake either. Do you think you could take just one more look for me, pretty please? Oh, okay. I just can't say no to you, Maya. What do you think, Nick? He's probably right. I don't think even Larry can make a mistake like, Wah! What is it? What's wrong? I made a mistake! God damn it, Larry. What the hell's wrong with you? Huh? But how? It can't be. It's impossible. Okay, enough already. What about the record? That night, it went off just once, in the morning, at around 1 a.m. God damn it, Larry! 1 a.m.? That's when the murder happened. Really? Are you serious? That's terrible. It can't be. Come on, Larry. Gonna have to have a word with Gumshoe about this. 1:02 a.m. specifically. Nice. I like the specific time on this. You guys really made me reflect on the way I've been living. But the only problem is, with all this reflecting, where's the time for love? Frankly, I think reflecting's a bit overrated, you know? Larry, you suck. You suck so bad. What are you going on about, Larry? Plus, do you honestly have any new info on the buzzard record? Huh? The record? No, nothing at all. This guy reflects about as much as a piece of black carpeting. Pretty reflective, that black carpet. Oops. Gumshoe, you're gonna want to take a look at this. Detective Gumshoe, about this right here. Really? It's hard to believe there's a limit to how much my brain can hold. Got 2 eyes and ears and 1 brain. This is kind of important, Gumshoe. Alright. You say so. Wonder if I can go to, Rondolite now. Right Co. Detention Center. God damn it. Make it reflect on anything or ever reflected on anything, Larry. It's true. Well, now, he's definitely walked in front of a mirror. Damask's hideout? Yeah, okay. Then we move to, yeah, CEO's office. Anything else I need to present to you? There's one off at the CEO's office. Hard to say. I don't know exactly where I'm supposed to go in the investigation here. Oh, huh. 100,000, 150, 240. Portrait, 500. Jesus. He's went up quite a bit. I guess I could show him some other evidence, maybe. This. So, was this the card that was used by the culprit that night? Well, going off the serial number, then yeah. This card was used to open the CEO's office door at 1 in the morning. Your client had this card, right? That's a no-brainer. He's the killer, man. Thanks, Larry. The wallet you found? Ah, that's the wallet I found. You found it when you snuck out of work to get socked in the kisser, right? I didn't sneak out of work to get socked in the kisser. If only I had been more responsible at work. I might have spotted the murderer on the monitor like I was supposed to. Larry, you really do feel bad, don't you? Yeah, well, maybe it's all for the best. I think it's brought Desi and I closer together. Just like they say, every cloud has a silver lining. You gotta see that old glass of water half full, am I right? Now he's starting to sound like the Larry I know. Don't forget, Nick, half full. Half full of bullshit. I think that's everything that's relevant to him. He wouldn't give a shit about, or know anything, rather, about, Lordly Taylor. Huh. Really thought Gumshoe would have been interested in that button having gone off. Talk to you about anything? No. Article. It's really weird you don't want to talk about the buzzer record. There are no fingerprints on it. That's a little weird that there's no fingerprints on it, but it went off. I could try cracking Andrews. I might have something. Basement warehouse. I can't examine this paint. I wish the box could get added in or something. She wants us to prove that, like, the urn is genuine, but I just don't know how I would prove that. Alright, that's all well and good. I'm definitely just gonna check this guide real quick here. Oh, I have to talk to Maya. Back at my office. Which, I mean, I guess makes a certain amount of sense. Must be relieved you got the Sacred Urn back, huh? You bet, but there's something a little different about it. Eh? Don't me. It's pretty obvious, isn't it? I mean, take a look at this. It clearly says Will I Am on the urn poster. But the urn we got back says Amy, like it always used to. Oh yeah, you're right. Plus the vase has pink splotches all over it now. I'm sure they weren't there before. Maya doesn't know, but 1 year ago, when the urn was broken by somebody else, the repairer accidentally turned Mystic Amy's name into I Am. Look at that. Look at not me. Look at not me having broken the urn. And the repairer was one mechanically unskilled little pearls. But still, I don't remember ever seeing pink splotches on it. Is it possible the urn is a fake? I'm sure Pearls will find out once she gets back to Curain Village. Yeah, I suppose. Now that I think about it, Maya hasn't been back to Curain Village in a long time. So I guess people still go to Curain Village to do their training, right? Yep. If you want to become a spirit medium, you need to undergo severe training. So why haven't you been training lately, Maya? Well, lately I've been thinking of heading to a channeling dojo to do that. A channeling dojo, huh? Sounds pretty serious, whatever that is. If you're gonna train, you have to be serious. Otherwise, real tragedies can happen. Is that what happened last year? Still bothering you? That murder in her village, it happened because the power of channeling was misused. When a medium uses Curain technique, she temporarily loses her own will. She got knocked out! It wasn't even her! When an especially strong spirit is summoned, the spirit medium can get taken over and even forced to commit terrible crimes. It wasn't her, though! She was knocked out and fucking Mimi or whatever killed him. What's worse in those cases, the spirit medium has no memory of what happened. Bang! That murder, it wasn't your fault, Maya. You got knocked out! It's so not your fault! Oh, that. Yeah, that! I suppose not, but I guess I'm still a bit shaken up, that's all. You didn't even get to channel anything! Sounds like being the master of Curain is going to be a heavy responsibility. Now can I go to the detention center? It's saying move to detention center. Oh yeah. Alright then. Fucking music. Ah! Mr. Wright! Mr. Delight? They finished their interrogation? Yes, but please don't leave me alone anymore! Mr. Delight, you lied to us before, didn't you? Well, you see... On the same night the Sacred Urn was stolen from the Lordly Taylor department store, a blackmail letter you got summoned here to KB Security over some money. And then, that's where Kane Boulard, CEO, was murdered. But there's only one Ron Delight, am I right? So the only question is, where were you that night? This time I want to hear the whole truth. Your life depends on it. Okay. Talk to me, Ronnie. Mr. Delight, do you still insist you aren't masked to mask? Isn't that what I've been saying since yesterday? That was a quick response. Tell me about it. To be honest, it's starting to get irritating. Oh, tell me about it. But listen, Mr. Delight. At the trial today, we learned the true identity of the thief, didn't we? Fucking sneaking beak over here. Yeah. Flashback. I guess it's true. I wasn't the one that stole the urn. Of course not. After all, you were KB security at the time. So then the person dressed up as Mask to Mask in this photo, it's got to be Detective Atme. Night of the crime. So that night you didn't go to Lordly Taylor. You went to KB security, right? Yes. I went to KB security at the time, and the blackmail note said I should. Alright, what happened next? Well, I used to work there, so I knew where the CEO's office was. I knocked, but there was no answer. I used the key card to unlock the door. Why do you still have that? That's probably when he dropped his wallet. When I went to the CEO's office, someone was in there. Someone? Pfft, I wonder who that could have been. Then suddenly they bashed me over the head. Bam! If only that profile wasn't seen 300 times in this case already. Was it Kane Boulard that hit you? I don't know. The person ran away while I was still stunned. When I came to my senses, the sight I saw left me speechless. Bleh. Good lord. Not a pretty corpse you're leaving behind there, Kane. The dead body of the CEO was right there in front of me. I thought I'd die myself. Anyway, I thought I should do something with the body. So that's why you put it in the safe. That's not super good for our case. Yes, that's right. I used to be the chief of one of the security teams, so I knew how to open it. Wow, they didn't change that after you were fired, or... Okay, and what did you do after that? Well, when I got out of there, for starters, I was the one who set up the security cameras in that building. So I knew how to avoid being spotted by them. Nick. All of a sudden, Mr. Delight kind of sounds like the murderer to me. Please don't say that. Does kind of sound like the murderer at this point. Mr. Delight, is it true that 1 year ago, you were forced to quit KB security? To be honest, most AA culprits are obvious. True. How did you... I'm begging you, don't tell Desi, please. Don't worry, we haven't told anyone yet. Phew, thank goodness. No, I suppose I'll have to tell her sometime. She'll find out eventually. Why have you been hiding it from her anyway? Desi would despise me if she ever found out I was living a life of crime. A criminal, a thief. She'd never forgive me. My marriage would be over. Knowing that, why did you become a thief in the first place? Because Desi spends money like it's water. There's no job in the world that could bring in enough money. Except being a thief, at least. That's what I thought, anyway. So it became Mask to Mask for Desiree, huh? Alright, let's see. What can I present? Oh, this. Hey, this article is about my debut heist. Man. God, that fucking nose. It's like they didn't even care. Being violently murdered at the time, I don't think Kane was worried about his looks. True. Boy, that was a tough one. Before I knew it, they were hot on my trail. But Mask to Mask, he must have gotten away, right? It says in the article that he disappeared. That's right! I got a sudden burst of inspiration. I hid my Mask to Mask costume in a nearby plastic bucket. And I quickly changed to my security guard uniform. Pretty clever, eh? Wow, awesome! Hey, hold the phone. The guard in this photo. Is that you, Mr. Delight? That's right. Nice trick if I say so myself. Nice and easy to figure out. Even Pearls could see through that in a heartbeat. That garden photo is Ron Delight. As you might expect, Detective Atme found the disguise. He truly deserves the title of Ace Detective. Detective Atney found the Master Mask disguise. That's interesting. Yeah, and I heard that he brought it home with him. So that's it. That's when Atney got his hands on this. Thanks to that, I got the chance to remake my costume. That must have been really time-consuming, huh? Yes, it took quite a while to complete. Anyway, a few days after that, I received one of the first of the blackmail letters. Blackmail letters? You got them starting when? Tell me more! Now! Hey, calm down. Don't get so worked up. Alright, but first, what the hell is this? This list, we found it in the office of the CEO, Mr. Boulard. Hey, this is a list of all the things Mask to Mask has stolen. And that's the value of each item listed next to them. $100,000, $150,000. Are you sure that's the value of the stolen items? The numbers seem a little low to me. Even on the black market, the prices should be at least 3 times higher than that. I guess he knows about that stuff because he used to be a security guard. Any chance you hit this buzzer? The buzzer went off just once around the time that Cain Boulard was killed. Oh! That's scary. Do you know anything about that, Mr. Delight? Sorry. I'm afraid I don't. Why am I not surprised by how clueless he is anymore? Alright. Tell me all about this letter. This blackmail letter. Is this the first one you got? No, of course not. But this is the first one that ever called me to a specific location. So, did you start receiving blackmail letters after this incident? Yes, just a few days after the Tear of Emanon heist. That first letter, it said, I know you did it. So, someone found out your true identity just like that? It's not easy being a master thief, you know. I've got proof it was you, so give up, it went on to say. In the end, I had to give up the treasure I went through all the trouble just to steal. Is that right? Hey, hang on a second. What do you mean you had to give it up? Oh, don't worry. After I put the jewel in a safe deposit box, the letter After I put the jewel in the safe deposit box, the letter specified. Someone sent me $10,000. No one said anything about me being worried, you know. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail. Plans? Oh, heist plans. I was gonna say, hello? New thing to talk about? They put it at the top for some reason. What are these plans you're talking about? They were instructions on how to steal a crown or a painting or some other rare treasures. They showed security blind spots, escape routes, and even suggested training methods. So you mean the one who planned the heists wasn't you? No, it wasn't. I only ever planned the very first one. After that, I received plans from a very kind person. Incredibly detailed plans. Sounds like Mr. Delight is thankful to the person that was blackmailing him. Do we think Cain Boulard was, perhaps because he was a security guy planning these heists and, paying Ron off, making it be like, this guy's stealing it for me. And then he drops it in a location and I give him some money so he can take care of himself. Meow, eh? It's possible. Ahem. So Ron Delight was mask to mask after all. But someone else is behind the thefts. Someone who planned them all out in detail. All I had to do was deposit the treasure I stole into the safe deposit box. And just waited for the cash to come in the mail. Could you try not to look so gleeful about it? So you went after the sacred urn because of those plans too, huh? Well, see, truth is I've never seen the urn. All I did was follow the instructions and steal what I was told to steal. Mr. Delight, is everything you've just told us the truth? Yes, but please don't tell Desi, okay? From Master Mask's second heist on, he was stealing as directed by blackmail letters. Interesting. Ron, before we go, there's one more thing I want to ask you. Yes, but please don't hurt me. Mr. Cain Boulard, do you swear it wasn't you who killed him? Yes, of course. I could never. I'm not lying. All I did was hide his body in the safe. But then I was afraid they'd discover what I did, so I turned myself in yesterday. Why? Well, if the judge had ruled that I was guilty of robbery, then I'd have an alibi, right? Oh, yeah. You're really clever, Mr. Delight. I guess I have no choice but to take Mr. Delight at his word. Oh, it's gotta be Pearls. Mystic Maya! Hey, Pearly! Oh, Pearls. I'm back. Hey, Pearls. So, what have you been up to this whole time? The sacred urn, Mr. Nick. I took it back to Crane Village to have it examined. And? What did you find? There's no need to worry. They said it's the real urn. Excellent. Andrews are going down. Phew. That's a relief. I was really worried. But there's one small problem. Problem? These cute little pink splotches, they said it's paint, and that it was put in the urn recently. Why are we talking about the pink splotches again? What's the big deal? What's the big deal? We gotta find out how they got there. That's the big deal. Yes, Mr. Nick, we gotta find out how they got there. Oh, okay. We'll go find out how they got there. Please don't forget about me. Sorry, who are you again? Fucking WH Omega Ol is this guy. I gotta go talk about a pot. Main exhibition hall. Then we hop down to the basement. Oh, Pearl, how nice to see you. Hello there. I haven't seen you around lately. She's 9! What have you been up to? Well, actually, I was having this urn examined. Oh, I see. Maybe if we take another good look at this urn, we can figure out the mystery of what actually happened here. Nick, let's look around one more time. So, Miss Andrews, what do you think about this? You goddamn bitch with your perfect shoulder blade muscle things going on under your weird sleeveless sweater thing. Damn it! She's cute, is what I'm saying. A blonde woman with short hair and glasses I find attractive? Huh, crazy. Miss Andrews know anything about the sacred urn out there? Yeah, that's genuine. It's a genuine article. Yeah, I have the urn itself. Sorry to break it to you. The urn is the genuine article. Pearls went back to Curian Village and had it examined. Is that right? That's nice, but I don't see how. What she discovered was the urn had been broken again. Did you say again? Yes. It was broken once a year ago. Now it looks like the same things happened. I wasn't anywhere near it. I didn't touch the fucking urn. And quite recently, too. Recently? Are you saying this urn was broken recently? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. I didn't break the fucking urn! Why do you think it was broken twice? How do you know? Well, it's different from the picture, right? The treasure exhibit. This poster, it was made recently, right? Poster? Ah, the poster for the exhibit. At the time when this photo was taken, the urn said, I am on it. But now, for some mysterious reason, it says Amy. When the urn was fixed, the letters were transposed. Ah! Wasn't me! I am. What does that even mean? I don't know anything about that. I wasn't even there when the photo for this poster was taken. That was a mistake. Now tell the truth. Ah, wait. 4. Even if the urn was broken, I had nothing to do with it. Huh? Yes, that's it. It must have been one of the people at the photo shoot. They probably dropped it. I'm sure that's what happened. Looks like she's not going to give up that last Cyclock so easily. Do you have any proof the urn was broken here at Lordly Taylor? I mean, the paint. The fucking paint. Oh, I might have to examine the box now that, I'm back here a second time. I could also, maybe this? There's paint, like, right there, yeah. I could try that. Nope. Ha! No, I don't. Let's examine the fucking... You can stop looking like that, please, and thank you. Let's examine the things. Something about it is bothering me. That's the box Sacred Urn was in. It looks like there's some pink paint on it, too. It's definitely the same color as stuff on the urn. I think I know how the paint got here, then. Alright, let's investigate it again, Nick. There you go. He kept saying, let's look around one more time before he started the Cyclock thing. Sounds fake. I don't believe you. I don't think, I was about to say might examine surroundings. Alright, I get it. Looks to me like it's been dry for several days. Some paint marks, bottom. Mr. Nick, could this be that odd shape? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it. Ah, that's the box Sacred Urn was in. If you look here, there's a little bit of paint on the box as well. Wow! You're right. Look, it matches. We know. We can see it. What is it, Mr. Nick? This is all turning out exactly as I thought it would. Fucking... Is it now? I think it's all starting to become clear. We're that much closer to solving the mystery of what happened to the urn. They call me Gun Jumper. Because I keep jumping those guns. Phoenix Gun Jumper Wright. Anyway. Take that, ya fucking bitch. This one's the poster. There you go. Poster was made recently, etc., etc., etc. Any proof it was broken at Lordly Taylor? Has paint on it. I mean, it's a combination of these two. I'm gonna assume fits the gap perfectly. The paint marks, maybe? I could also be... whatever. Well, Miss Andrews, what is this supposed to mean? This urn has these pretty little pink paint splotches on it. And there's some on this box the urn was stored in, too. No matter how you look at it, the paint seems to be exactly the same, wouldn't you say? So, what does that prove? That the urn was dropped along with the box. That's when they both got paint on them. Are you with me so far? Yes. The rest of the story is obvious. This box was dropped right here at Lordly Taylor's basement warehouse. If I can prove that, it means the urn was broken here too. Andrews, we're in the room with the box and the obvious box-shaped mark in the paint. I could just point to it. So can you prove that? Can you prove the box was dropped here in the basement warehouse? Yes! Ah! I think you already know where I'm going with this, don't you? Yes, more or less. There's pink paint splattered on the floors and walls of this basement warehouse. But there's an odd shape imprinted into part of the paint stain, am I right? Yes. If you put this box in the impression of the paint, you see it fits perfectly. He's just doing this all-out acting. If you put it right here, you see it fits perfectly. Which means this box was dropped right over there! And that is when the urn broke. Your name does you justice, Mr. Wright. No, Apollo's the next game. His name is Justice, you see. Not mine. Tell us about the damn urn! I was the one who broke the urn. Holy shit, no way. Boy, is this making me feel like some sort of evil school teacher. I'm a terrible person. Not only did I break it, I tried to hide what I did. Well, that's not so hard to understand, is it, Pearly? No, not at all. I know just how she feels. Yeah, they do, the urn breakers. Not me, who's never broken the urn, you fucking bitch! God! Happened about 2 weeks ago. Just after the poster photo was taken on the same day the urn arrived here. I thought I'd put it away down here for safekeeping. I was carrying it in the box. Wah! We still don't know what the burr sign says back there. Damn it. When I tripped on paint can and lost my balance. The box I was carrying crashed to the ground. Crash. I heard a terrible noise and thought my heart was going to stop. Fearing the worst, I opened the lid of the box, and that's when it happened. The broken piece of the urn fell out of the box and landed right in the paint. I was in shock. I let out a huge scream. I can totally see how that could have happened. Yeah, as clumsy as she is, I'm sure Maya understands. Well, I knew it was the most important treasure in all of Curain Village. So I tried as hard as I could to fix it. Fortunately, the shards were pretty big. And that's when I am got changed to Amy. I didn't know how it was originally written, but any sane person fixing it would have assumed it said Amy. Oh, any sane person? Really? You gonna do that to me? Gonna fucking drag my name through the mud right now, huh, Andrews? Really? Gonna play me like that? Oh, Pearls. She couldn't read, okay? She said she wasn't very good at spelling. Anyway, I put the urn in the storeroom, so no one had seen it since then. Sacred urn added to the court record. But there's something I don't get. When we first came here, I didn't see any paint stains. Well, that's because it was so ugly and embarrassing. I used the golden statue to cover it. The Amy Faye statue? Aha! Well, we all know Token is certifiably insane. Yes, crazy about not breaking pots. It's my obsession. I even did a Zelda game in it where I was forced to break pots and the game tricked me into it a few times. It's pretty annoying, actually. The first time we came down here, it was on the night the Sacred Urn was stolen. But Mr. Nick, there was no paint marks on the wall of the floors of the warehouse when we were here. Well, there's a good reason for that. On the day of crime around noon, that golden statue just happened to arrive from the mountain training hall. And I realized the statue would be the perfect size for covering up the paint stains. That's why I put it where you first saw it. I see. Now it makes perfect sense. But there's still one thing I find strange. What is it, Pearls? The day after the urn was stolen, we came here again. And at that time, the statue had been moved and the paint was clearly visible. She's right about that. Well, Miss Andrews? Huh? What? I don't know anything about that. I placed it there to cover the paint, so why would I move it again? Well, then, who was it? Who would have done it and why? On the day before the theft, the statue was definitely closer to the door. The next day, it was moved. But why? I don't know, maybe it's on a fucking dolly. Maybe, oh, I guess I didn't check if it was on a dolly previously. But I was gonna say, maybe, like, it just got moved when he ripped the sword out of her hand. His golden statue updated in the court record. It looks like there's some connection between the Sacred Urn and the murder case. Well, why? Why do you think so, Nick? Because that night, the real thief, Ron Delight, was at KB Security. So when did another masked mask show up here? A lot of different things are pointing to one undeniable fact. One undeniable fact? The murder trial is starting tomorrow. But who is that masked man? It looks like that thief is going to be making another appearance. All right. A little bit early, but good stopping point. That is going to be that for today. Well, part 4-1. Good lord. This is a long case. I mean, there's 2 trials in this fucking trial. It's crazy. Admittedly, that first trial was a bit short, but still. Back on Monday for the second trial of the second trial. I wonder who did it. I bet it was Godot, and he's not going to be in the rest of the game after this. That's my bold theory. See you tomorrow? Absolutely. Everyone have a great rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow. Love you all. Stay golden, pony boy. I don't know where that one came from, but fucking see you around, idiots.